The Yellow Brick Road. This video does not reflect the actual views of real people. These are actors playing a role to entertain audiences. No persons or animals were harmed in the making of this video. Gosh, I love YouTube and I love Google.
Hello. Reporting live from the ethereal realm. Someone's gonna shit on us.
Again?
Come on, bro.
Again?
Wearing a green shirt, bro. You got a green screen with a green shirt. Think about it.
You guys need to talk to me. You guys need better equipment. You guys need to get more money.
Consider the ideas, guys. That's the moral of the story. So, on this video, I should say our names. I'm Jordan. Blah, blah, blah. This is... a human condom. He's James. So, how's it feel to be dry snitched on?
Actually, sir, you got that wrong. You're just being a dick that day.
So today we're going to be talking about Stefan Molyneux and his deep appreciation for the overwhelming disadvantages and social tabooetry, that's a word, I made it up,
Tabooetry.
of being intelligent. The woes...
You mean intelligence?
to be intelligent.
Intelligence.
To be above average and intelligence.
Not one of the normies.
Yes. Or the average.
You mean the average? Yes. Oh, it's you. Look at you in your average shirt.
My shirt is a little average. I won't lie.
So is your face.
But this guy might. Nah, I don't think he's lying. I think he's just...
No. He's in deep...
He's just so smart I can't understand what he's saying.
Even the way his hands are right there. He's like 2 inches in between.
Now we'll never get on his show.
Oh, fuck.
Don't worry, they won't watch this.
We're not famous enough.
I hope they do, actually. Please watch this, guys. So we're going to pick it up like 8 minutes in. The name of the video is Intelligence, a Gift or a Curse. And, you know, he's had a phone call. Some guy from Germany, I think, called in and told him about his woes of being intelligent in school. He's like, I just got in trouble for no reason. I didn't understand it. And
It's bad.
There must be some sort of bias going on.
I think Stefan's about to drop the album. Intelligence, a gift or a curse.
Now I just see Phil Collins everywhere.
Well, you have to have the curls. No, Intelligence 3, gift or curse. Right? That was it? Blueprint 3, gift or a curse? No?
Blueprint 2.
2. My bad. Intelligence 2, gift or a curse. That's the album cover right there.
Alright. I found myself in the same pose.
Or you can do the Elon Musk, you know. It's like,
So foreign. These silly humans and their clocks.
you have to have your fan across the table like this.
Say, hey Elon, it's a fucking clock, man.
You have to have the fan across the table going like, wow.
We get it, Elon. You're smart, man. We got it. It's just a clock.
Make shitty
So
cars.
unusual.
Make shitty cars. We get it.
It's just a blunt, Elon. Come on, man. I'm sure you've heard of it before. Oh, what is this?
It didn't work. It didn't. Inhale it, you fuck.
SEC was watching all that shit. Got him now. Alright, anyways, let's move on with this video. This could end up being a long video. I'm sure there's a bunch of filler we can, you know, daydream through. Play? Okay. Play.
No freak.
So,
No devices.
did they give you any kind of advanced courses or anything like that?
Oh yeah, but sadly, when you're in elementary school, advanced courses were just more of the same. I always had teachers, especially in math, coming to me, and since I was like done with the work almost like instantly after they gave it to me, the way of them, I guess, giving me more input was just giving me more of the same shit they have given me before, but in different variables. Like,
So the kid's just continuing on with how he's felt ostracized in school. And I'm guessing it's because he thinks it's because it's smart.
It's the only reason. It's all could be. I'm jealous of my power. My
Don't
power.
worry, Stefan will explain soon why these things happen. Sadly enough.
pretty much the same questions, but asked differently, right? That was advanced courses, yeah.
Now, quick question, my friend. Was it a lot of female teachers?
Oh yeah. All of my teachers except one, and that's the only one I liked, were female. Yeah.
Now, how do you think I knew that?
Yeah. I mean, tell me about it.
How do you remember that part? What's that cop show?
You mean?
It's like NCIS.
No, it's. No, it's. I guess now we'll have the verdict. I guess this guy fell from a building. He had a nice trip. And we won't see him next fall. It's like a fuck. What was it? Something else corny. Like, I think it was a putty tat. Jim Carrey did that one. He did this hilarious, he was just making fun of it. That shit was funny.
Actually, seen it on Supernatural. They just kept doing it over and over again. I forgot the jokes. Anyways. Oh, this already... It's like, tell me how I knew that. Like, you didn't know that. You didn't know that. You used, whatever, graph charts and probabilities to throw out a wild guess. And then you call it truth.
Which makes you think, does he know what truth is?
Well, I watched some videos where he tried to explain it. And he says it's... He basically says you have to use your... truth can only be found through our senses. Like taste, smell, touch. And science is the thing that measures that.
It's very off.
Yeah.
Very.
Yeah, it's...
But that right there, that's the cover of his the album that wasn't really as well as received as Intelligence. Intelligence 2, Gift or a Curse. It's called It Was a Woman.
A curse.
8 tracks.
Because of a woman.
8 tracks.
Alright, let's continue.
No. It was a gift. No, was it a gift or a curse? I was about to say STD. Fuck that.
Fuck.
Was it a gift or a curse?
Onward.
That's the first thing I always think about when it comes to that back then.
How do you think I knew that?
Well, I mean, the way I think about it is that I guess females don't, from my experience, female teachers didn't really know how to deal with anything apart from the main course of students. They didn't know how to deal with the ones performing lesser, and they didn't know to do what the ones performing better than the average.
And some reason in my mind, I think the caller changed his answer to satisfy his
superior,
his hero, or one of his heroes.
The price of it.
I don't mean his superior. I mean, like, in my mind, You're superior to me. Am I doing now? Am I doing good now? Pat me. Dude, give me satisfaction.
Let's be honest, the kid doesn't know either, right? I call him a kid, but you know what I mean.
He's like my age, probably.
The guy, the caller, he doesn't know either.
The buddy, the guy, the pal, friend.
All right.
Endlessly appealing to female vanity is anti-male sentiment.
Yeah.
Because what needs to be told to women, if you respect women, is the truth.
Yeah.
That there's going to be very few exceptional women compared to men.
Hold on, I think he means academics. Oh, first of all, that's not a truth. First of all, you're placing what you observed as in data points.
Mm-hmm.
You're now making a giant leap in reality and saying that this is the truth, as in this will happen, and this will continue to happen, which is ass backwards for someone who calls themselves a philosopher. It's absolutely ass backwards.
How do we not establish what the truth is?
Oh,
Well, that's one of the main things.
yeah.
Which
Well, he has in his earlier videos.
No,
yes.
I meant like you got it.
Oh yeah. With the new caller.
Like we establish what the truth is, not what it isn't.
Yeah.
You know?
Fuck, I forgot what I was gonna
He
say.
stumped me. Got me.
Yeah, it's just ass backwards thing.
Sorry, Amy. You're one of the few. See, Bill, Ted, Phil, and Sam. More of them than you. Sorry, Amy.
If you watch his videos on where he's defining truth, you can hear that they're just probabilities. He doesn't realize it.
Yeah.
He's trying really, really hard. Like it seems like he's inspected the other idea of no, this is a probability. Like he looked at that, but he still continues on to pull whatever ideas from the air, and then like no, this is the truth.
I mean,
Maybe we'll do a video on that. It's a little more
I respect the
sophisticated.
a genuine search. Yeah.
I think he just wants this thing to be the answer. So then he
Well, it's not genuine.
either throws away this or
It's
changes this around.
It's not genuine.
Eh.
Well, it isn't.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just a fact. I mean, if you look at I don't know, do you play chess at all?
I played,
not a fact,
yeah,
Steven.
I played it when I was
Or
younger,
Stefan,
but I
whatever
kind
your
of got my fill after. It's a long story. Yeah, I did.
So, I think except for one exception, the top female chess player is somewhere around the 500th male chess player.
That does not say anything.
I'm waiting for Shaq.
If you have data, then you should just bring up the data. I'm pretty sure you've done it in other videos, but it wasn't really you. It was you having a guest on that happened to support your views in the way you want to see things.
They came prepared. It's like, I'm prepared.
Well,
You know?
yeah, it's bringing a climate scientist on, and then say, see, there's global warming and there's climate change.
Why wouldn't he be this? See? Look at him.
Why do I need to bring in a opposing view with the same credibility, same academic credibility? Why would I bring them in?
I'm gonna use the Bill Maher technique. I'll bring in an actor. Ben, are you ready? Are you game, Affleck? Are you game for this? Yes. Shit. Fuck.
Yeah, need another comedian up here. Just bring him up.
Not Jimmy. No.
And not Jimmy Dora. Keep him away.
Good. Let's get Amy. Let's get Amy Schumer. Come on now.
She has a movie coming out.
Talk about how you're a woman. Go.
All right.
I went through this whole thing in the Serena Williams presentation, which people should check out. I know the topic has come and gone, but there's a lot in there that's kind of timeless.
Yeah.
Just about how
Damn
terrible
right.
female.
You will hear this guy dick ride himself. You will hear that several times in this video.
Athletes are compared to males. Terrible. Terrible. The only reason there are female athletic events, really, I mean, that are paid and that are top tier and so on, is because they don't compete with men. Now, except in shooting, right? And some people have said a little bit of horseback riding and some long distance, like ultra long distance running, like 200 miles, like, yeah, that's a fun sporting event.
Sorry, Cyborg.
Still running. Still running.
Yeah, those don't count.
Sorry, Cyborg.
I know.
Sorry, Rhonda.
Long distance running doesn't count. Because it doesn't fit what he's saying. So it doesn't count.
What is this?
You're just horseback riding? And,
Is chess a sport? Yep.
sure. Sport, game.
Yeah.
Same thing to me.
Yeah, me too. Jiu-jitsu? Sorry. What's her name? The Brazilian supermodel jiu-jitsu girl. What's her name? Champion. What's her name, dude? She came in overweight and then she knocked that girl the fuck out. Joey Diaz made like a fucked up comment, but it was funny.
Jessica and Josh?
No.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. She's not really Brazilian.
She's like half.
I think I think Rogan did a video, showed the video clip of her changing accents all of a sudden.
Really?
And she had like a normal, not normal, but like a Valley Girl type voice. Like,
Really?
oh my God, blah, blah, blah.
Really?
And then over time, she's like, I can't do a Brazilian accent.
She just sounds like that, so whatever the fuck.
Yeah. That's good right there.
What the fuck you doing?
I forgot her name, though.
Yeah, you know what I mean.
Alright.
Sorry. You're inferior.
Yeah, trends, probabilities, data points are not the truth. They're just observations.
They're numbers.
And we continue.
But there are no women who come anywhere close, who come anywhere close to men. The top tier, one of the top tiered female players was saying that, oh yeah, her brother, who was like a low-ranked college tennis player, just beat her like 6-0, 6-0. Like there was never any competition, and that's when he wasn't even really trying that much. So,
Like what?
And it will always stay that way. It will always be there. That way, exactly. Because of the constants in the universe
This is ridiculous, man.
that Rupert Sheldrake debunked.
Rupert.
But obviously he's the guy who's doesn't have 1 million followers, and
He's too famous for us.
he's questioning science. He's an
Guys,
outsider. Get rid of him.
You're not good enough. Sorry.
and the funny
This
thing
isn't
is, the
revenge.
one thing that women do absolutely amazingly, incredibly, that men can't do, is the one thing that is denigrated these days, at least among white women, and that would be having the babies. One thing men can't do. And so, when we don't tell the truth
The one thing.
to women about men and ability, they get mad. And they're perpetually discontented. They believe in this magical patriarchy that keeps them from the highest positions. It's like, no, it's just nature, it's just biology, it's just the way the bell curve works.
See, he's talking as if the bell curve is an actual physical thing. Or an actual metaphysical thing.
Well, it's
They can
weird.
touch, like, there's
It's
the bell
like,
curve.
to him, it's
Look,
like
there's
this.
me on the bell
To him,
curve.
it's like, look, it's my God. See, the bell curve.
Like, line them up as individuals and say, this guy is bigger and stronger and faster than this woman. It's 1-to-1.
Chris Cyborg is bigger, faster, and stronger than this man right here.
Yeah.
And yet, you know,
You know, give women more than how long? When did they get like voting rights and shit like that? When were they allowed to be out of the kitchen? Like the 60s or 70s?
allowed
60s
voting
or
rights.
60s and 70s.
I think that's
Voting
separated.
rights. Voting rights are a while ago. Right, when they're actually
Yeah.
getting a voice in society.
I think the
A
whole
voice in
like
society.
kitchen thing was like
That's like a 1960s stereotype, right? 50s, 60s.
50s, maybe even 40s.
50s, 60s. 60s is probably like the emergent where it's moving away from that, and the 70s just like cocaine everywhere.
Probably 60s was the.
Yeah, let's give them more than 50 years to build up athletic ability.
Well, yeah.
Not to say there weren't female athletes back then, but it's probably few and far between.
Yeah.
To where it's not like,
You see that thing Christy did the other day? I want to be just like her and go in my backyard and practice this shit.
It was whole athletic development and all that and stuff, you know.
yeah. Yeah, I'm sure they wait. And I'm sure even today, parents wait till the kid says, I want to do sports. I don't think it's the parents, you're doing sport. I'm signing you up for Little League right now and you're going to play.
Unless you're Tiger Woods' dad. Or you're Serena Williams.
Yeah.
You're going to play.
And what are they? They're outliers, right? They're one percenters as far as athletic ability.
Yeah, but it makes
in
you
their
wonder.
sport.
I'm not gonna venture off into this, but it's like, so do you really like this? Anyway,
They might like the shit that comes with it.
probably.
I think Serena likes it.
I don't
But
know.
I don't think Venus likes it as much.
I don't know.
She's just like, I've done enough. I'm just chilling. I play for fun, you know.
Well,
just
it's like, do you like it because I get the money? That's why I like it. It's like then you don't like it because there's no money. But besides the point, you know, silly points being made. Silly points with already questionable statistics.
No, there's been no statistics.
No, I meant what he's using. See the bell curve, and that's based off of this thing. What was it? What's the guy's name that did that?
Charles Murray.
Yeah,
And someone else.
Incredibly.
Co-wrote it.
I'm being nice when I say questionable. It was questionable. It was shit.
At the same time, they didn't even jump to any, like, they didn't take any leaps of logic in their book either.
No.
They're like, I forgot the exact thing they were talking about, but they weren't saying that these findings are so exact. Like, this is your race, you're going to fall into this bracket of intelligence, or whatever.
To me, it's no different than, well, they all wore this shirt. Or
And I'm like, how are you even measuring these things, man?
Exactly.
Are you hearing their thoughts and like realize how they get to 1 + 1? It's like, I don't know.
It's a visual thing. That's how we go off.
They made a machine. They just input like NFL's fucking coaches with stopwatches. Like, what's 1 + 1? 2. He's a smart one. He's like,
That one coach, the guy that has a muscle, is like,
who?
It's some guy that got like fame because of like a viral video. He goes like, tap, tap. His guts like this. It's like shifting. It's like tap, tap. He's a good one. Bring him up.
All right, onward.
And it's going to be that way for the foreseeable future. And the reason I talk about this stuff is because I want women to be happy. I want women to be happy, and the way that they've set
You want them to be happy based on your idea of what a woman is.
Yeah.
Which is why you have the SJW stuff that you have.
Yeah.
It's because he tried to lock people in boxes, and they're like, no, I'm getting the fuck out of here.
Well, it's like, yeah.
No matter how dumb I sound, I'm going to get the fuck out of here.
It's like a cat. You're putting a cat in a box with water. It's like,
I'm just trying to help you.
I'm trying to.
But the moment, it's designed, almost like designed, to perpetually frustrate women and make them resentful and mad and discontented and resentful. You're exactly the same as men. The only reason you're not the male sexism. Oh, you should go and get educated. Then you should have a big, long-ass career. And then, you know, if you want kids, still, you'll just pick up from the big, giant target heap of eligible bachelors with worth $1 million in your 30s.
Yeah, this is a great job as a philosopher, you know. Just revenge. I'll play revenge politics because I'm a philosopher. I'm going to dumb
He
things.
claims to be a philosopher.
Yeah.
This is mediocre.
Well, he's going to dumb himself down to play revenge politics. It's like, men are holding me down. I'm a philosopher. Get out of the way. No, they're not. it's just natural. It's like you're literally dropping down levels to make the argument.
Well, bring him down to our level. Then he's like,
Might actually be opposite.
He's like, what did you do? I gave him a little push.
It really is.
How do
you might have these unsophisticated ideas back then too. It sounds actually.
I would not doubt it.
It might sound like it does sound like it, but
Yeah. You know, like you couldn't set a system up that's going to make women less happy, so you start telling women the truth.
you can't set systems up and expect happiness.
No.
What?
Systems are neutral, man.
What?
No, it's what? What? Like Corbett, what? 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 Every time he says it, though, his neck partially extends like, what? What? But yeah, systems are neutral, man. This will create happiness. Watch. Do you see it? See, the crime rates are down.
See, he thinks happiness is an input relationship. It's someone grabbing a pail. Here's happiness. You just dump it on someone.
Oh, it's like, here's the USB. Watch this. Now he's happy. It's like you can't input it, you know?
Is it the roller coaster that makes someone happy? Or is it excitement that makes someone happy? Is it the excitement as opposed to it's just roller coaster?
Yeah. It's the truth, though.
Yeah.
Truth.
See?
You gotta lock down a quality guy early, because they get taken really quickly. They get hung on to like grim death.
Be careful of guys that look at life through basically economics. It sounds like an economic system he's spewing right now.
Yeah.
You have to get married at this age so that things will shift in life, and then this will happen, and then
This reminds me of
retire happy.
Sure, this reminds me of Peterson. See, enforced monogamy. Now, he didn't mean we're gonna force you. Yes, I didn't mean that at all, not whatsoever. But then, but he's still like, but it should be, and this is why. And that reasoning was just absolute ass backwards.
Should be pushed out into the public as the preferred way to go.
Ridiculous.
Not going out into the dating pool. So you gotta lock down a guy early when you're at the height of your sexual power, your height of your sexual market value. That's when you gotta lock a guy down.
Your
After
market value.
You've got plenty of time to have a career.
I forgot it.
You can work to...
I forgot I even said that.
Listen, Amy. You're 22. It's all down here from there. You see that? It's gonna start dipping. See that bum you got? Listen, there's some deadlift squats and some lunges that you can do to keep it up. Listen, it's gonna start to deteriorate. Your value's dipping down. We have to do something right now. Your carbs and fats are out of whack. You need more protein. What are you doing? You can't be Sarah Jessica Parker out here, be at 50-something years old and still look that good. You gotta do something now. Your market value's dipping. I'm not gonna invest in you. What's going on? Like what? Like robotic that sounds.
Yeah. It sounds. I don't even know if it sounds robotic. It sounds like a banker.
Oh, I meant robotic, like
a banker was
we need to invest in you. We have to adjust you. Beep, boom, you know.
A banker writing society's rules. That's what it sounds like.
Listen, honey, I don't know.
He even says the same thing about truth. He says truth value and things like that. What the fuck are you talking about?
You're at the height of your sexual
well-being. Fuck? How the fuck does this guy...
I don't know what this is in this bag, but we're going to put it in your ass, and you'll be at value again. Ready? Inject.
And he's a good talker. Like, he can run his mouth, you know?
Yeah.
That's appealing. And as we've heard, you know, sometimes our mic's not that great.
We don't have a script.
Our background quality's not so good.
Just rambling.
Our audio.
We ramble. We have no script.
We talk about things that may veer off a little bit. I'm not yelling at you. I'm not smiling constantly as I'm doing it. I'm not pretending to be the smartest person in the world with the most charisma that's good looking. And oh shit. We're never getting on his show.
Probably not. Probably not.
We'll make a fake account.
I don't do that. I don't do that, bro.
Yeah, neither do I.
I don't do that.
That's why we tweet directly. Which they never respond to. Actually, they'll respond with a, you don't have enough followers yet. Thank you, Jared Taylor.
You mean J-Tay?
Yeah.
He'll be known as J-Tay from here on out.
J-Tay.
No, it's J-Tay. J-Tay.
I was going to say a high school joke, but forget about it.
Do it.
You're 80 if you want, because you're probably going to live 7 to 10 years longer than your husband or wife.
What says that? You're probably going to live this time because on average men and women live to this age.
We'll see if that's a tick.
It's like, what the
Are you doing that on purpose?
fuck?
It's like, listen, you know, because of the bell curve and whatnot, and James be more intelligent than you because of his race, and you might be gay, he'll live longer than you.
It's like, is there real human stuff going on here? Alright, let's continue.
So you just got to tell women the truth. It's not male sexism that keeps you from the highest positions on average. It's just the genetic spread of intelligence. It's probably genetic. 85% of our intelligence is genetic in our late teens. It's probably pretty genetic.
Right, he just said probably.
Yeah.
And you say it's the truth? You know what the truth is. You don't know. And anybody that says probably and see, it's the truth. See, it's probably like no. You can't do that. You can't fucking do that. Okay?
Yeah. You could say the truth is it's probably 15%. Blah blah blah.
Yeah, but the way he's using it though.
Yeah.
No excuse.
That I noticed. The way he uses certain terms and words, which might
like in social
the
circles,
audience.
like yeah, like yo, I know what you mean. Then there's this is the truth, guys. You gotta tell them. All right, now we're claiming to be a philosopher. Now we're using the word truth and we're using it loosely and we're throwing it around. And now we just put probably in there. Like that doesn't work. You can't do that.
Yeah.
And if you do, then you have your own definition of truth.
And also, it's also the probability isn't even true. To be honest, unless you asked every person, read all their minds, and then you're guessing. Your guess is based on a guess.
Yeah.
Based on a guess. Based on a guess.
Let's just go with that assumption, because it doesn't really matter either way. We have what we have, right? So just tell women the truth and they won't keep getting mad all the time. Of course, right?
They'll claw you.
If I thought that there was some magical power that was keeping me from achieving my full potential... Oh, wait, actually, that would be social media companies. Well, okay, that's a different matter. They definitely are prejudiced. But, so...
Alright, just to say...
What's with you pausing at these weird moments in his face?
Well, there are... I'm sure there's women that have been denied jobs because they're female.
It's very possible. Yeah.
I'm sure there's females that have claimed that never happened. It's like it's a mixed bag of things. I don't understand, which is why I don't like the stats so much.
Well, it's when something's like thrusted out in the forefront, you know, and it's presented as this is a problem right now, you know, versus, well, not me. Maybe it was this.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Where's my IQ test? I want one.
When a female teacher comes across a brilliant male student, a lot of time, and we know that female teachers are prejudiced against male students. We know for sure because when you gender neutral essays and so on, the boys score significantly higher than if they know that it's a boy, the female teacher. So female teachers...
What? See what you just did right there? See, we know because of this test. No! that does not equate, no.
I put on a blindfold and don't read the name. I have no idea if it's a male or female.
Was it this video?
I read it in Braille.
Where he makes the Shaq example?
Huh?
The Shaquille O'Neal, the Shaq example.
Yeah.
He's like, all right, brilliant. I can't wait. This will be perfect. All right. Okay.
It's one of the few instances and clear-cut cases of rampant, massive sexism against children, against little boys. Female teachers, on average, are rampantly, rapidly, ferociously, and brutally sexist against little boys. And part of that is because people just aren't telling them the truth. Yeah, you're going to get a couple of dullards in your class who are boys, and you're going to get some magic carpet geniuses in your class who are boys.
What the fuck is this coming from?
Well, for me personally, what I think is, I think it's sort of how he built his audience, which was making something sound so fucking dire.
Yeah.
Like, this is the worst thing ever.
Oh, it's like HA.
And follow me, I'll lead you to the promised land.
It's like HA. Hillary's going to jail. 2018. Then it's just speculation.
Yeah.
It's like, fuck you, you clickbait fuck.
He's a little different. This is more of...
I'm talking about, like, something that's like... You're making this out to be something that it's not really...
I'm going to convince you that the world's ending so that you tune in every so often.
Yeah, that's different. That's different.
It's just the way the scattergram works. So that's one of the reasons I don't want women to be mad all the time. I don't want them to end up not getting what they want in life. I don't want them to end up thinking that they're going to get to the very top tier of everything and bypass all of the other great things that they could be doing, like building communities and having families and being moms and being great support people. And there will be some brilliant women who are going to do, I mean, the woman who influenced me the most intellectually, I mean, the philosopher who influenced me most was a woman. So I've got no problem with massive, wonderful, staggering female achievement. Oddly enough, women do, because it was Ayn Rand who apparently women just hate. But I just wanted to put that little bit of rant in here before we get on to more of the substance of your question, because you were subject to, probably, most likely, almost certainly, statistically, you were subject to rampant anti-boy sexism coming from feminist indoctrinated teachers, and it is brutal to experience.
Gang. Feminist indoctrinated teachers.
For me, to me, it just sounds like he's indoctrinating his viewers. That's the only reason I pause to say it. I'm like,
it's like he pulls a bag of salt out of his pocket, throws it at everybody. See, we're all salty. See?
Like, if you don't pass this math class, you're not going to go anywhere in life.
and then this guy.
They're all against you because you're a man.
They're all against you. Grab this gun. Hurry, don't ask any questions. Come on.
I don't know if he's doing it on purpose, but there is like a detective in their interrogation technique. They need to infuse some fear to break the egotistical barrier, right? This person who walks in, I have this idea of myself. I'm this guy. And they're like, you're looking at 10 to 15. What do you think? Something like that. They see him flinch a little bit, and they're like, okay, now I can get information out of him.
Man, you could take this deal. Like, no, he won't do it. He won't. He's not ratting out his friends. If he does, though, I mean, he won't have to see the booty warrior.
Oh, you could have did that for me.
What?
Be like, well, his friends already ratted on him. We just need some more confirmation.
Yeah, you're right. What? Yeah, little Ricky. He told us everything about the soap and the ice cube and the straw. Oh God!
You see that wall right there? On the other side, your friend Ricky's talking up a storm.
Oh.
He's got a lot of things to say about you.
Said something about your mom.
I'll give you 10 minutes to think about it.
And he goes looking at his face. I'll give you 10 minutes to think about it. Okay. As he exhales, like he's talking and breathing and blinking in it. I'll give you 10 minutes to think about it.
If that don't work, they come back in yelling.
Yeah.
They're trying to use that fear to crack the ego open. Like, oh, you're guilty, aren't you, motherfucker?
I need a lawyer. You need a lawyer because you're a little bitch, don't you? Huh? Right? Tell us. Your scare tactics won't work on us. I'm a lawyer. I have no soul. I'm just kidding.
Actually, psychopaths probably fare the most.
I looked up. It's CEO at number 1, I think, or corporate, or company, or whatever the fuck. Then it's lawyers at number 2, I think. I don't know. I'm like, what the fuck?
Lawyers are up there. Heart surgeons.
Yeah.
Cold blood.
What the fuck, man?
Hey, Those are stats. I don't really use those for
Me
my
either.
argument.
Me either. But
I
it's just.
I just look at the behavior itself.
Well, me too. I'm just saying though. It's like.
Are you defending a rapist that you know is you're pretty sure?
What I'm saying is this. Though. It's like imagine it's like, I trust the doctor. Then in his head it's like, and now I cease to exist. A psychopath is working on you. It's like, how the fuck?
It's probably because they assume that caring will make them fuck up.
Maybe.
Like, oh, if I care, I'll get nervous and screw up. Like, nah, you can care so much that it's like, fuck, I can't fuck this up.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Sorry for no script.
All right. So, Kevin, one rant shall follow another. And this is going to be the rant that releases you from resentment. Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Got your trash
Just
helmet
save my
on?
child.
Oh, here it comes.
Yeah, I'm ready. Got the
ready to be
rubber
sick.
gloves, everything.
All right. Oil those babies up. All right. Here is, because, I mean, I'm a smart guy. I deal with a lot of averages. Do you see me getting overly resentful? No, and I'll tell you why.
I do like how he, just calmly calls other people averages.
No, he's a master at that. Like, yo, dude, if I didn't like this shit so much, I might call you a savage.
Nah.
Like hey, what's up, average? What's good? You know, it's like what?
Like if this was like UFC shit talking, I'd be like, alright, it's a good one-liner.
Yeah.
Just leave it at that. But
All the yeah.
But I claim to be a philosopher. I, as in Stefan Molyneux. Free domain radio.
I don't really claim. I just be.
Yeah.
I'm like, guys, I'm a philosopher. Okay, 2 + 2 = 4. See, the numbers say it's the truth. Like, shut the fuck up. Stop.
Alright, guys, go support Stefan Molyneux and
Dislike our video too.
Free domain radio. Please go check it out. Donate. I'm sure there's a donate link in his description, not in ours. I don't want to overstep it. And let's continue.
You give us a dime if you
I feel
want.
like a piece of hair. Like
Really?
That's gone.
It must have been somebody that tried to throw the truth at me, and I deflected them. Is it gone?
The world is designed for the average. You understand, right? You ever see a really tall guy trying to fold himself into an airplane seat or just go through a door? You know, he's got some truly insane rubber ball kind of guy who's got to duck his head to get through stuff, right? The world is not designed for him. He can kind of get through it, but it's not designed for him. Right? Any more than it's designed for a guy who's 4 feet tall. Again, he can get by, he gets a lot of legroom on a plane, but the world is designed for the average, right? We can accept that, right?
Physically, yeah, sure.
Physically. See, I can see it.
I mean, sure.
It's all right. It's right in front of my face. I can see it.
There's more people with this shoe size, so we make more shoes that size.
See, it's out in front of me. I can measure
It's
it.
genius.
I can measure it. See? It's right. It's right there. It's visible. I can touch it. I can use my senses. It smells like a bitch. Like, all right.
Right.
So you're just not going to fit. You're just not going to fit. Now, I don't think that means it's fine to abuse you, but the world is designed for the average, and you are not the average. Nobody who listens to this show is the average.
This is so bad.
Once again, my whole cult-like mentality they have going on. No one who watches this show is average. Except us, because we're critiquing it.
Yeah.
But world leaders, these guys that all went to Yale, Harvard, law school, and all this, they're above average, aren't they?
All the Ivy League schools, yeah.
It's like, But the average are the ones designing the world, not the governments, right? There's no way they're doing anything designing the world in any type of way.
It's not like they're creating a graveyard in the Middle East. No.
It's not like they write the rules and regulations of societies.
It's not like they will try to sway your opinion psychologically, right? Listen, guys, we're gonna justify tyranny, and this is how you do it, and this is why it's okay. Ready? This is why we're gonna invade them. It's okay. It's all right. Dropping the bomb's okay. I'm gonna say it 7 times real fast, and you say it back to me 8 times real fast, and then we'll both agree it's okay. All right? All right, cool. And then when your daughter brings home his hippie boyfriend, you can yell at him. You can beat your chest. It's like
Let me help you out here, Stefan.
indoctrination. Yeah.
The world was built for moral intelligence. Now, when you see, as you can see governments playing off that, as in trying to act like they're being moral when they do something that's completely different. They're playing off the global currency, the ultimate battle, good and evil. That's me helping you.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got him. Got who and what'd you do? What? We did it. We killed him. So that solves the problem, huh? See, it's that simple. It's like, oh, you're not good. You don't stand for justice.
Right?
Even if they really did got him, it's like, oh, we're talking about revenge now, huh?
Oh, let's look at Major League Baseball, right?
Yeah.
It's designed for the best athletes, best baseball players. It's designed for them, right? It's so that the best players in the world can play on this stage.
Well, now,
what would happen if a moral fuck up happens? Whether it's steroids, considering the integrity of the game, cheating, Sammy Sosa breaking his bat, you find cork there. Guys being paid off to lose games on purpose, gambling, shit like that. It's like, all of a sudden their value goes
rapidly.
Yes.
Pacquiao, right? Pacquiao. They're animals. Nike's like, I'm not touching you with the 10-foot pole, bro. Bye. Goodbye.
Well, let's look at Pacquiao before that.
Yeah, golden.
Some dude barely speaks English, right? He's a fucking global superstar.
Yeah.
And he's not quote-unquote intelligent, right?
As far as we know.
So it's not... So he would be considered, as far as an American context, below average intelligence.
Maybe.
I would think so.
I'm not talking about Floyd
I
Mayweather.
forgot my point with that. Floyd. I don't even bring up Floyd. 50's watching right now.
I know. Read the Harry Potter book. Jimmy Kimmel said you could read it on his show. It's like...
But yeah, at least the on the surface purpose for the world and way it's designed, it's for the moral characters to rise up, which is why the government bodies are the biggest, rock stars on the planet. They're bigger than the athletes because they can dictate people living and dying.
Yeah.
Because they expect them to make a moral choice. That's why politics is something that, for the most part, everyone gets into. Right? Not everyone's into boxing. Not everyone's into literature.
The spirit of the rule, as far as what politics is, not... I don't know what a Democrat is, but they have some sort of idea of what things should be and maybe in such order. So you could say, that's like politics.
Yeah, that's what politics is supposed to be.
So,
our moral
it's like rule of
representation.
Thumb.
Yeah. So morality sits at the top. Not we design the world for certain intelligences.
No, and that's
it's like they're trying to make the moral choice of
like just that.
These
statement,
guys are not as smart. Let's try to build them up.
Like that statement alone, just kind of like it's like a red flag, amongst others, and it's like screaming. I am completely unaware of how this shit's really working and what's going on in the real world.
I think it's I see what I want to see.
Well, yeah. Well, again,
it works for him.
Is it the man in the ballroom that's dancing with his wife? I could explain that, but I'm not going to. And he sees the dead man and stops, looks at it, then keeps dancing with the bead of sweat rolling down his eyebrow? Or is it the guy in the ballroom dancing with his wife and hears a crunch, but no, my bad. Steps on something and there's a crunch, but he doesn't hear it. The music is too loud and he's enjoying himself. He's not looking. He's just enjoying himself, and it's a dead guy. Stepped on his ribs.
I think he does option 3, which is he sees the dead body, examines the dead body, and tries to prove the dead body's not actually there. It's not here. There's no way it's here. Hey, everybody, this isn't here.
Well, the idea is that deep down, like subconsciously, it's like, I know this is bad, right? I know I'm wrong, but listen, just wait.
Yeah.
That's what I mean. Like, the guy sees the dead body. He's like, fuck. This is fine, guys. Just trust me. Look. Yeah. Like, guys, it's like talking to himself, you know. There's the mirror. It's like, oh, no. This is fine. I'm correct. Women are like this. See? It's like, dude, you cannot know that's bullshit. You know? How do you claim to be a philosopher? I said that so bad. A philosopher. How do you claim that, and yet you have such a distorted view on what truth is?
Well, he might not be looking for wisdom.
Then what? Then it's like lost.
Yeah.
Then it's not really like the true idea of a philosopher, in my opinion.
If you guys want to understand why this is so off base, go look at his definitions of truth itself, and you'll realize what he's basing the truth on and how it plays here, and why he's so adamant about these ideas he's saying, and why he looks for it, I think, actively.
Well, it's like, it's constantly looking. It's like constantly playing in the sandbox. See, guys, the sandbox is amazing. Purposely ignoring the jungle gym, the seesaw, the blacktop with all the, other stuff on there. It's like, see, guys, look.
I think he sees it.
We're over here. No, he sees it. He knows it's there. He just purposely looks over here where he wants to. I try to be as unbiased as possible. I really do.
Right.
And with this, I have to. So you have to hold each opinion up. Like, okay, you look at these both equally.
Yeah.
So, let me tell you how to love this situation.
Tell me how to love.
When the world is designed for you, do you want other people to change it?
Well, not.
If you have a moral base, yes. The question ultimately becomes morality.
Right, hold on.
Yes.
My morals, I would say my morals are definitely in check. So let's say I live in some sort of like bizarro, it's all about white people world, like straight up, like, you know where he is, bro. Like, no. I meant this. Like, you have to live in the sewers. Okay? You can't live above ground. You crazy. Look at you. You're not human. So it's like that, But see, the world's built for you, James. See? White people galore. It's a paradise, right? Until it shows up. This thing. Everyone's like, oh my, kill it. It's like, the world isn't designed for me. No, it isn't.
I do keep stopping at the worst for photogenic moments.
What do you mean? Oh, this? Yeah. Oh, you get my point, right? It's like absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's continue.
Oh, of course.
No, of course not. I mean, if you are an average height, you don't want the airplane seats calibrated for people who are 4 feet tall, right? Because it's going to be really crampy for you.
That's completely fucking different. That's completely
It gets
different.
worse. Keep playing.
It's like if we all had 6 fingers instead of 5, and there were like 3 people with 5 fingers. It's like,
Oh my god.
Well, you wouldn't want them to make gloves just for 5 fingers and everyone has 6 fingers.
Yeah, it's like, what are you talking about?
That's a physical attribute thing.
Well, here, hold on,
which leads to him making intelligence a physical attribute.
I was gonna say that, like, we could say that, but after, like, we play the whole Shaq thing. See, this is straight up. This is what he thinks it is. Everything is physical. Okay.
Yeah.
It has to be out in front of him. Okay. Everything has to be out in front of him. It has to be physical. It has to use the senses. Okay. Look.
Yeah.
See what I'm using this to compare to this over here. Height. In size, you'll be cramped. Like, what the fuck? No, that doesn't work, man. I mean, whatever the caller is like, yeah.
Also, if you're gonna play the bell curve game, just look at Amit Goswami, who's a quantum physicist, who I think he will agree is smarter than him, more intelligent than him, and he might explain that consciousness is non-local, as in it's not located in your brain. They can't pull it.
Yeah, there's no X-ray. There's no X-ray they can fucking pull down. It's like, doctor, let's say the man is not him, but a man or a person. It's like questioning like himself, and as far as the idea of consciousness, he's trying to find whatever it is that could be there, but is not there. You know what I mean? But it's there. So doctor, look, doc, so you can see inside me? Yes, Phil, yes. Is there something there? Well, we see your brain, your skull, your organs. But this thing called a consciousness, we don't see it. It's not here. I don't know what you're
neurons firing, of course.
I don't know what you're talking about.
It's like
we can't see it, therefore, it's like, no, man, no. Now everything's physical, okay?
Right.
So when the world is designed for you, you don't want people messing with it, right?
Right.
making assumptions on human behavior, which he seems to have I think, a poor understanding of.
Extremely poor.
Yeah. Once again, because of the physical things. You're physically this, that means you act like this.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do with the world, Kevin? You gonna mess with it, right? You want to change it, right?
No.
Right, but
You want to change it so you have a little bit more scope, so you have a little bit more room, so you get a little respect. It wasn't your fault that you're born smart. You shouldn't be blamed for it. You shouldn't be attacked from it. You shouldn't be dismissed. You shouldn't be called a nerd. You know, all the people, the little shitty little kids, texting, ooh, Kevin the nerd. It's like, yeah, that's right. Who built the shit you're texting on, people? That's right. People like Kevin. So, it's pitiful, right?
I'm smelling something that begins with an R, and it's revenge. It's like,
I'm not gonna, maybe.
I don't know.
You might add
Might have some sort of experience at a younger age.
Yeah, some incidents with some larger human beings that didn't give a fuck.
Who are inauthentic beings, most likely.
It's like, hey man, it wasn't because you're smart. You just don't speak our language.
And we're
what's up, bro?
we're somewhat little
How you
empty.
doing, sir?
We're empty inside, so we're gonna push you, and we're gonna take your undergarments and raise. Now, I'm not saying that happened, but just something I'm smelling here. It's like underlying feelings, It's like who built it? The smart people did. It's like there's other kinds of intelligence, my friend.
Well, there's a whole shitload of scenarios that go into that.
Sure.
First of all, there's people that are interested in
Yes.
things like that. Like,
Yeah.
I care to make iPhones
Yeah.
or whatever.
Yeah.
And there's people who are like, my dad expects me to get a good job.
Mhm.
I better work really fucking hard in school
Yeah.
and get this job at Apple.
I'm seeking.
I love Steve Jobs. I better work hard and get here.
I'm seeking my parents' approval. I'm working hard at this job. It's like, I'm not really doing what I want. I created the phone. Are you happy though? Is that what you wanted to do? Then at the end, he's like, fuck, I fucked up. No. Just some random example. I don't mean anybody, Just saying. Anyway.
I do think there are people with natural inclinations gifts, if you want to call them. Like, oh, I'm good with numbers.
Maybe.
This job fits my skill of numbers.
Maybe.
Or whatever.
I don't think it's numbers. I think it's a way of like seeing things.
Yeah.
And therefore you call it, look, it's a gift, see?
And it's be like an OCD type of.
No, I get it.
I'm so into this.
So it's like, if I'm drawing, someone's like, I can't do that. So, oh, I just see things this way. It's not like, they're like, look at my hands. I don't need my hands to draw, you know what I mean? I already have an idea of how to do it, you know? I seriously believe that, you know?
But the world is designed for the average, and you want to come and fuck with the average, right?
Right.
Do they want you to do that?
Well, of course not.
Right. And if you were in their average shoes, you wouldn't want you to mess with it either, right?
No.
So now we have something where we understand the opposition. It's not that they're just blind and stupid and ignorant and aggressive. Hey, the world is made just for them. They got custom shoes just for them. And they don't want your Steve Martin Cruel shoes going on their hands, right? They don't want the world to adapt to you because it's already adapted to them. So,
once again, I think the facade of societies and what people want, averages and all this bullshit, the facade, the cover, is morality. That's the thing I think people are seeking.
Well, as far as what I'm seeing, it would definitely point towards that direction.
Yeah, they'll take the pseudo morality, depending on what level of thinking they want to be at.
Well, again, it's like we'll believe the Pod Piper, whatever the fuck it's called, Pied Piper. Well, meanwhile, that guy's definitely corrupt, you know, and he knows it. But you might be thinking, well, the difficult road ahead, or the Piper. He's out here in front of me. He's playing his wonderful little tune. I like it. Let me follow that. It's a lot more brighter out here than it is over there in the unknown. Let me follow that.
Yeah.
And we go, and then we're always disappointed.
Yeah. Yeah.
So now, you're in a game rather than a battle. It's like sports. You don't want to kill the other team, but you want to beat them, right?
Right.
So if you look at it more like, okay, world's built for you. I get it. I want to wedge my way in there and adapt it for people like me. No, you can't do that. It's built for us. It's like, yeah, well, you know, I don't care that you're not flexible, but things are going to change. Things are going to change because it's not fair that the world is just built for you. Because there's a lot of people like me around too.
A little sooner than I wanted, but...
Is that even a real thing? Society being designed for the average? Is that even real?
Like I said, it's something that... The sandbox thing, right? Okay, so basically it's... The way he views the world, right?
Yeah.
It's designed for the average. It's designed for smart people. See the results we're seeing? These are the average, the normies, having problems because they don't understand it's not designed for them. It's designed for you and me, Phil. We're smart. Rather than really looking at what is happening.
Yeah.
A lack of understanding of one's self. So, and these things tend to happen. You know? Corruption.
Yeah.
Ignorance. And that's the results of these things, such as wars and poverty and all these horrible shit happening. But he thinks, this is a guess, well, it's the way the world is. Look, see the homeless man? It's not designed for him. He was probably born with inadequate intelligence. That's where he's fucking leading me towards. You know, I'm not trying to be biased, but he probably offers little to no solutions. Like if it was like some sort of like if I kidnap this guy, right? He's sleeping now, right? I put him in some machine, and in the simulation, he has no idea. He wakes up in his bed. I give him all the power and all the shit that he can do. Like, listen, now you shape the world. It's your turn. You're a god here. Well, God as far as basically like he's in the Truman Show, but he's aware it's the Truman Show. You know what I mean? So now he can operate everything and anything, and it's probably end up the same.
Maybe even worse.
What I mean is bad shit. Empty, horrible things happening. Now, worse is,
It depends. If he considers intelligence to correlate with morality, then you're in big fucking trouble.
My fault. Yes. I didn't mean... Yeah, it would be worse. It would be worse.
That would be...
Rather than someone who's ignorant to the idea of what morality would definitely consist of as far as what actual true goodness is. People could be just ignorant. So this is the right thing to do. It's like, you're far from it, but at least you're looking, Then there's the morality is basically intelligence. And everyone, like, all of a sudden, like, we peer in. Like, let's look. 5 hours later, turn on the TV, the simulation. It's everybody between the robots. He's on some, like, balcony. Like, yes! He's like Brainiac now.
Actually, if you look at his...
I'm just kidding.
His theory, I forgot what it's called. Fuck. I forgot the name of it. Something.
Non-something?
Non-something principle. I forgot the name of it. Either way, it's his, like, moral system. It's like, dude, you're writing a system.
His schematics.
Yeah, it's like you're writing schematics for morality. Interesting.
If your morality is an eye for an eye, you're at a 7.5. You're good enough. I don't know. You did that. I'm just like, this isn't a fucking. There's no stats here.
These moral things.
Batting 300.
Yeah. These moral things, or goodness, like goodness leads to a moral. A moral is basically a principle. Principles in words or in language or something like that. So the more diluted, when you get further away from the individual, the lack of life the moral has at the end of the day. Right? They have to be learned on an existential, individual level. Right? There's a world moral of this, then each of the different societies have different morals. And then the individual within that has a moral.
As far as what can be conditioned, like this is what morality is, my friend. This is what's like in deep down, you would know.
And the further away you get from the individual morality, the colder it gets.
So it's like a culture, you know what I mean? That's being
conditioned.
I was gonna say conditioned. What's the other word? I was gonna say conditioning, indoctrination.
Memorized.
Be a man, kill the animal. It's twitching.
Because that's the thing I see these guys considering as intelligence is being able to memorize things.
Oh, memory.
I memorize this and I can put it back out to you on a test.
It's dumb.
I think that's what he's considering as like high IQs and shit like that. So if you attach morality to that, it's like no, there needs to be an act of goodness.
See, it's
not
like,
just
I'm not saying
memorizing the principles.
I'm not saying it's not. You don't have a high IQ. It's one part of the spectrum.
It's a particular type.
You know what I mean? Like you said, like for basketball, ball handling. No freaky. And this guy's highly intelligent in that part of the game. Then there's a guy that could be, let's say he does everything well in basketball. Like, in his basketball intelligence just as a whole is top notch. Everything. Let's say academics though. Let's say he doesn't really care though. He doesn't really care about that. That's why it's not as high. Because he puts all his attention to the basketball.
Yeah.
If he wanted to, sure. But his cares towards this. Just like the physicist, right? Or the what have you, anything, the painter, the carpenter, he likes it. Like, no, not even that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Their IQ is this.
Well,
just saying,
Let me put together my own little schematic thing. The social design of things, as far as how do you rise up the social ladder or go down the social ladder, have been determined by the more intelligent people. I think it's their school systems, and they want you to learn these specific things. And then if you learn these specific things really good, you get to move up the ladder, and you get to move up, and then you get the highest paying jobs and all that.
It's their ladder. And this is the way it works, fellas. Watch.
Now, the averages that he calls them, they run things on the moral level. You need to satisfy the average person morally. Otherwise, they'll pull you out of your house and probably shoot you or something.
Not such an extreme, but...
You know what I mean? I don't mean literally do that.
Hey, dude, we're going to get the... Actually, dude.
I mean...
Yeah.
Fuck that guy. He's fucking... Whatever. He's an asshole.
Well, again, it's like the revenge. Like, I'll throw an egg at his house.
But yeah, the average, as he calls them, becomes the moral arbiters, in a way.
Right.
And they want their governments to reflect that. Which is why they take their time when they screw people over.
Daddy, tell me I'm right. You're right. You're right. Trust me. Big league. Thanks, Dad. Oh, play that video, Jordan, and then we'll bomb Syria. Thanks, Dad.
Alright.
Yeah. Right. And we are, smart people are a minority. Often we're a visible minority. Because we come with pocket protectors and horn-rimmed glasses and physical.
Fit the stereotype, my friend. Fit it. Wear it.
So are professional athletes. They're a minority too.
Full non-dexterity.
All-time great musicians, minority.
Picasso.
Oh,
Just
artists.
wait.
Yeah.
Kanye West. I could go on. Leonardo. They're artists.
Yeah. Well, they're going to want to... I think his argument would be blanketing them all together and say, that's all just intelligence.
Yeah.
It's like, what the fuck? He's like, Kanye's graduation on a fucking IQ test. You had to come up with that. What tones did you use for that? What inspired you? Inspiration. I want to know what's 5 plus 5.
And I wonder if you know what it means.
You have 5, then you have 10, and you have 15. Tell me what the next number's going to be. That's intelligence.
Pretty. Lack of sports skills. Lack of facial hair. Right? So, smart people are often a visible minority. And like blacks in America who said, you know, this slavery, Jim Crow, segregation bullshit, that's terrible. Y'all are gonna need to adjust your society to make room for us.
Told you said
right?
that shit.
Absolutely fair. Couldn't agree more. Now, okay, let's not do the whole affirmative action shit and terrible and all that, but you know, you gotta adjust so that I can get a drink on a hot day from a fountain. So I can go to the washroom. I mean, read Black Like Me. It's a story of a guy who made himself into dark skin and traveled through the South. He spends half the day wandering the streets of Memphis trying to find a toilet he can use because they're all only for whites. That's not right. So the visible minority, called blacks, came and engaged and said, things gotta change. You gotta adjust your society so we got some room here. Fantastic. Love it. It was...
Here's a question, you know, as far as morally, why?
Yeah.
Well, I wonder what the fuck this guy would say. Well, he would say probably this, well, if you don't, there'll be outbreak and war. The whole society will collapse and people will die. Also, survival. I have a weird feeling with these guys, it always goes back to that.
And that example sounded completely different. That's clearly a moral wrong happening.
Yeah.
And they wanted to make it morally right. They're not saying, okay, now we need to all study this, and then we all need to get A's in physics to move on to the next level, and then we have to listen to the intelligent people. They'll tell us what to do, blah, 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 blah. I mean, that's just a completely different scenario.
Wrong that it was ever any other way. Now, of course, they were like, well, all of these things that I talked about, slavery, Jim Crow, segregation, all government programs. All government programs. So now we're replacing it with another government program called affirmative action. That's terrible. But we got to think of ourselves, okay, this is a civil rights issue in a way. Because we're a visible minority called smart people, and society's got to bend and adjust to accommodate us just a little bit. Not least of which because we run society. We are responsible for civilization. We build everything, we make everything work. We're responsible for your freedoms.
Holy shit, this guy is ignorant to how things go.
You just said the world was made for the averages, but then you're saying you run everything. You as in smart people, as in, not that I'm calling him that smart or anything.
It's like claiming,
I say he's...
no, it's this, I'm a baseball player. So, what's that, is that for cricket? It's not a bat, you know? What do you mean? It's like what? You know? It's like, I'm a basketball player. He has a hockey, he has a fucking, like, you know, hockey get up. What's going on, dude? You know?
This guy's next level conflation, man. He's next level at it. That might be his genius. Because first he says, you know,
distortion, you mean?
First he says, you know, this is a civil rights issue. The way smart people are treated. Even though we run the world at the same time. We run everything, but it's a civil rights issue. And then also, fuck, what did he say?
Not least of which because we run society. We are responsible for civilization. We build everything, we make everything. So now we're replacing with another government program called affirmative action. That's terrible. But we got to think of ourselves, okay, this is a civil rights issue in a way. Because we're a visible minority called smart people, and society's got to bend and adjust to accommodate us just a little bit. Not least of which because we run society. We are responsible for civilization. We build everything, we make everything work. We're responsible for your freedoms.
So yeah, he throws the dire situation of this is a civil rights issue. Like,
well, again, it goes back.
They're particularly pointing us out because of our intelligence.
It goes back from, like, and this is why I think a lot of other guys I disagree with, you know, even they will stay away from him. Because what he'll do is he'll say stuff like this. It's like, now you're distorting, you know, everything. Not only that, it's like they're pitted against me because of my intelligence. Then he just said not too long ago with someone else with him, paired with him, like, oh, it's because white people are being, what do you say?
Yeah,
they're being what?
With, Laura Southern.
Yeah, white people are what? Being discriminated against or something like that?
Yeah.
It's like now he's saying intelligence, you know? So what the fuck? What are we doing here?
I think he's roping in audience members. And
this doesn't end well.
Quote unquote intelligent people don't run everything.
No. Yeah. I'd say a handful of clever people, you know.
Well, if you look at it, it's just.
Well, I don't say handful. I don't know.
If you look at it, it's just, you know,
corrupt assholes.
Well, people that stand out, and there's no way of saying that it's just their analytical intelligence. Like, who could I think of that's not really that book smart? Like, I don't know, like a musician. If Kurt Cobain was alive,
fuck.
You know, this guy's an asshole. He could probably just take away half his audience just by doing that. Yo, fuck that guy.
Maybe.
Or maybe make him more popular. Who knows?
You're getting his name out there. That's why Jay-Z's like, see if I give that, I give him free smoke. Making an offer that impresses me.
The point is, the world's not run by purely analytical intelligence. I would say. Yeah.
I'd say, unfortunately, a bunch of psychopaths make a lot of horrible decisions. Well, psychopaths and empty people, you know, that well, not truly empty, but it's just a saying, right? They make a lot of decisions that have a lot of horrible outcomes that shape society.
They're basically running by cleverness. All the book smart shit, all the book smart shit that got them there is not how they do shit.
No.
Right? They're not looking at the rule of law exactly. Right? They need to trick people that they're making the moral decision. Yeah. Thus, morality runs shit.
Yeah. Morality, right? It's like,
or the facade of morality.
The world is the business, Mr. Beale.
Yeah.
Okay. You're on TV, stupid. It's like, fuck. We're gonna kill him on TV.
Yeah.
It's like, See, it's being a little clever, controlling the people, just like pro wrestling. It's like, now they're gonna cheer his name, and we're gonna sell T-shirts. Ready? Watch this. Austin, Austin, Austin. You'll be the anti-hero. They love that. Then
Yeah. The guy. Yeah, you can look almost at any figure, other than pure ability.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm LeBron James. I can purely just play basketball and be great at it. But people will always be looking for more, right? They sort of want the moral figure. They want the hero.
Well, maybe until they realize they can be their own hero or their own champion. But until then, they'll be looking for the daddy figure.
I'm just talking about the averages, the normies.
I don't call them that. They're people, man.
No, they're not.
Yeah.
They're just
They're a statistic.
They're average people.
Yeah. Normies. You norms.
For the free market, for
average
the separation of
Joes.
church and state, for cell phones, for engineering miracles, for bridges, for dams, for buildings, for elevators that don't go sideways and crash out the building. I mean, we make everything run. Can a brother with a big brain get a little bit of elbow room? Please, please. And they're like, no, we don't want to adjust to you. It's like, well, you're going to have to. You prejudicial bastards. Because we ain't going anywhere. Or if we do go places, well, it's South Africa 5 years from now when everybody's trying to eat tree bark.
Oh,
What the fuck?
I don't get it. What pressures have been on
You said
intelligent people?
You heard that, right?
Yeah.
Like, okay. The white people are gone now. We don't know what to do. I'm hungry. Tree bark.
There were never any farmers here before.
You heard that shit, right? Like, are you serious?
Yeah.
This guy's a...
What if finances was the core thing of why whatever type of farmer was successful in that area? What if they got subsidies from their home nations? Or maybe they were South African and they just happened to be from a lineage that had money their whole lives. I don't even mean like a whole lot of money, but just more than the dirt poor guy next to him. It's like, hey, Stefan, we'll take you. We'll start you out at $0. We'll take this homeless guy and start him at $1 million.
I don't...
You get 10 years, go. We changed your identity and gave you plastic surgery.
This guy is making me believe that he's in fact, like up there as far as like, dude, you're kind of being not really a philosopher, you're kind of being a cunt, and it's heading that way.
He has that Jared Taylor on his show.
It's not even that. Just like, see, I'm gonna elevate my theory here with these points. Like that doesn't make sense. The world doesn't work for you. It's not built for you. See Shaq, he's not normal. What is size, physical size, have to do with intelligence?
Yeah.
And as far as that type of intelligence that you solely hold up so high on a pedestal, right? We eliminate moral intelligence, physical intelligence, a lot of other things. No, it's academic intelligence, yes. And the mind, the brain.
Yeah.
And then we start like, you know, everybody else, we start downgrading them to elevate ourselves up, which is why I'm thinking this dude might be a fucking cunt, you know?
Yeah, adjusting doorways for Shag is not the same as adjusting global policies for
Tree bark?
just people.
Really? Really? So they're not smart enough to fucking know?
Yeah.
Like, are you kidding me, dude? Like, what?
They're not smart enough to be born in the right family to ask
Holy crap.
relatives for money.
Yeah, he won't say it directly, though. You see, it's like the rapper, right? He's trying to be subtle, sneak this in and shit. I'm not gonna say your name, but I'm gonna make it pretty blatantly, you know?
Eminem, when he said views over and over.
Yeah.
Or what else he said?
You didn't diss Drake. I'm not stupid. Like, I heard what I heard. No.
Alright.
So do you hear what I'm saying?
Yeah, I do. Yeah, for sure.
Loud and clear.
It's perfectly reasonable for the average to design the world for the average, and for the average to resent the smart. In the same way, it's natural for the smart
Not morally.
to resent the average. But if you view it like a sports game rather than some combat, you can have a lot more fun with it. Of course they're going to push back, of course they don't want to change, and the average, see, everyone's a superhero in his own mind, right? Everyone is everyone is the best, everyone is singular, everyone is amazing, everybody is unique, we're all special snowflakes, right?
Right.
Until you come across somebody with real ability. I'll tell you my moment.
Just wait.
There was a singer, he died quite young, Robert Palmer. You're gonna have to face it, you're addicted to love. I don't know if you remember this, probably before your time, but
Yeah.
he's a good singer, a good performer and all that. Shut your eyes, shut the shade, you don't have to be afraid. I'll be your baby tonight. It's a lovely, you should look him up, it's a great singer. Anyway, so I'm like, I don't know, 17 years old, and I talked my way into some karaoke bar. It's the first time I did it, and I'm like, oh, I like that song, Addicted to Love. I think I'll go and sing it. You ever tried this, karaoke or something?
Yeah, sadly I did, and I'm not very good.
It must be amazing, you know.
Good choice.
I think of like people who are just incredible singers, you know, like Freddie Mercury, Billy Joel, Sting, like people who just like they open their mouth and without training and stuff, Celine Dion, like they just.
You don't know that.
I mean, the opera guys, you know, like they train and there's, you know, there's a whole thing and they learn all these languages. But the people who just open their mouth, like it must have been like they're in the car, they're singing along with the radio, and people are like, damn, Sammy Hagar, that sounds pretty good. You know, like it must be at some point where they're saying, holy shit, I can do it. Woohoo! But, so I go up there and I'm trying to sing this song, Addicted to Love, and I'm, you know, amateur baritone guy, and this is like tenor, and it's like, gets pretty high, you know, oh, mine. And I'm like, holy crap. That's why those guys get paid. That's why I'm buying drinks and annoying people with my singing, and they get paid good money for it. And I can do a couple of songs all right. I can do Superstition pretty well. I can do New York State of Mind. If they take it down a little bit, I can do an okay Unchained Melody. There's a couple of things that, you know, pretty limited. I don't have one of these voices that can do everything. But so, you know, everyone's a great singer in the shower, but you get up there with the backup in karaoke, and it's like, ooh, Daddy's leaving a sonic mark on the souls of the people around him, and it's pretty black. And so then you're like, well, I guess I'm not that good, right? And so everyone's a superhero, and everyone, you know, everyone's like, you hear this on the show all the time. Like people call it, you know, like that guy who called in to tell me I was wrong about separation of church and state. You know, that guy's the big fish in the little pond. He's the smartest guy around the table just about everywhere he goes, right? Or certainly the fastest talking, you know, like the Peter Joseph pufferfish ego stuff, right? But then you bump up against somebody who's really smart and really experience. And it's like, boom. I mean, you saw this with Paddy Gower in New Zealand, right? He was like this media guy, whatever, or the other people who tried to interview us, Lauren and I. It's like, yeah, a fragile leaf meet forces of nature. It's like the limitations, like you bump up against these limitations, is hard on the ego. It's hard on the ego.
Right.
So you, unfortunately, are constantly standing down the irrational overconfidence of everyone around you. Now, if they were wise, they'd say, well, that's actually probably pretty good before I went and embarrassed myself. You know, like, good, you know, like, okay, that's fine. But because they're average, they just resent you. And it's natural that they're going to resent you just as you resent them, but it's just a game. Just elbow your way in.
Oh my god.
That's more of the, they're all against us.
Not only that, they're all against us, then it's the whole, like, he was born with it, you know? I know his struggle. I'm aware of everything he ever did, and he was born with this. You ever just so happened that, like, hey, you could probably do it too. You just sound different because you are different from him or her.
And it's also physical void. Like, see how long-winded he got on that story, but didn't get long-winded about the difference in intelligence.
Yeah.
He got long-winded about, see, I can't just sing like Aretha Franklin. I just can't do that.
Freddie Mercury or right?
Freddie Mercury. I
so
can't
look,
just do that.
you take Freddie Mercury, right? You have his voice. Okay, do you ever have lessons? I don't know. Maybe he gave lessons to himself. What that means is, maybe he just had an idea. I'm not gonna say it's natural, but a type of intelligence there he played with it through. You know, so that's like a guy teaching himself how to hit a ball. You know, with a bat.
Yeah.
I can see. I can kind of envision myself doing this, and I can understand how to use my body with this idea that I have. Same thing with singing, or drawing, or whatever. And he sounds different, and he maximizes his potential, you know, as far as that goes. And he probably fucking enjoyed the hell out of it, you know. It's like, oh, I wasn't born with it. Like, fuck out of here with that shit, man. That's some defeatist bullshit, wanting to be like crybaby shit. I don't want to hear that.
And he, once again.
And then we're gonna put us like, oh, see, intelligence.
Yeah.
It's like, what the fuck are you talking about? This isn't helping anybody, okay? If anything, that's gonna, I'm just not good. Well, it's okay. You weren't born with it. That makes me feel better. What? Like, I swear, you know? And it's personal examples of myself, right? For something as far as sports, later in life, right? Let's say it's like drawing something with my hands, right? Like sculpting. No one fucking ever gave me a lesson, really.
Yeah.
Drawing was just, I see the fucking like animation on the TV moving around and how it's drawn and stuff. Like, oh wow, let me try that. You know, completely different from what, as far as the protocol or prototypical way of doing such things. You know, but mine looks just like theirs.
Yeah.
Like, oh okay. Like, oh, who taught you? Oh, no, nobody. Oh look, it's possible. Oh my god. But yet there's care involved. Do I want to do that? No, I want to do something else. Was there a type of intelligence that comes with that? I would definitely say so, because I always viewed it as, oh, I'm just not good. Like, no. I look at it this way. Watch, I'll show you. This is how I do it. All the time.
Interesting. It's almost like, in my mind, sort of categorizing the intelligence. Like, you're talking about drawing. That's like
I'm taking a
body neutral, but heavily, like, mentally intelligent towards that thing.
Well, it is. It's something I did this. I saw it. Like as a little kid, right? I could see like Batman on TV. Like, oh, let me try. It's literally me like imagining, right?
Yeah.
Nothing really physical here. Like in my mind, I'll even do something like this before it's on. I used to do that. I don't know how many times. People thought it was fucking weird. But I'm like drawing shit, imagining it moving and envisioning what it would do, what it would look like, you know. So it's like not physical, you know. And yet, well, as time went on, right? I remember like old pictures. Like I remember looking back on, I was like 15, like fuck, it looked like that. To me, it looked way better. But you could see the really good progression of it all, you know. So yeah, maybe like a kid at the same age did a much better drawing, but they saw it a different way. Like, see, I can see how these lines are very like distinct, and you know what I mean.
Actually, here'd be a good example of like body intelligence versus hitting coaches. I'm sure there's hitting coaches in the major leagues that hit like 220 in the minors.
Some.
But they can just look at someone else and be like, this is off here. You should be doing this.
Well, yeah.
But they can't physically get themselves to do it.
Well, that's like, I'm fine with that, you know? That's like somebody telling me, hey, James, you don't run this fast because of X, Y, and, you know, whatever the fuck. Well, you don't run that fast. It's like, they don't need to.
Yeah.
You know?
That's different. Because that's athleticism. Well, I mean, skill. Straight up skill. I memorized the skill.
The skill of running?
Okay.
Yeah, that's a skill.
Oh, I thought you meant running fast. Just running fast.
Track?
That's intelligence, but that's a lot of athleticism.
Sure, but there's still
skill. I thought you meant straight up, like, hitting
football
coach.
Too.
Like,
skill.
Like a hitting coach.
Oh.
Right? I understand the analysis of hitting. I can see that analysis.
I understand what you mean, yeah. It's only that. Goes with pitching and quarterback or whatever have you. There's always some form of intelligence going on, you know. There's an idea. Doesn't mean you have to do that, you know. So I'm at your level. That means you can listen to me. Hey, Bill, I floated down from the fucking sky. It's okay. You can listen to me now, okay? I'm better. Or you're just as good as me. See? You can listen. We're equals. See? I'm not a norm. Like, what are we doing here? No.
Yeah. Oh, my beef is with the conflation of just saying that you're Aretha Franklin saying you're like, fuck, I can't do that. And it's like, you're comparing that to intelligence?
No.
What? Huh? So you're just saying brain size.
What was the movie called?
Whiplash?
Yeah.
Yeah. Nah, it's a movie.
There's an idea behind it.
That's the intelligent part.
Well, that's what I mean.
Why it was wrote that way.
Alright.
And me, who's not a screenwriter, could see that in the film. So could viewers if they're just told, like, hey, here, look at it this way. It's like, oh, the world opened up. I guess I'm not so dumb, or whatever. It's like, if this is possible here, what about the other movies?
It's like... Fucking gorgeous, man.
They're going to be annoyed. They're going to be annoying. They're annoyed by you. You are annoying to them because they don't have your abilities and they haven't been told enough about the bell curve. Like, I don't resent. It's not like Billy Joel stole my singing voice. You know, he's just born with a great singing voice. Right. You know, he's like, I don't resent him for it. I mean, when I was younger, I'd be like, wow, I really wish I could sing like that, those bastards or whatever, right? But
that's what I was looking for.
Certainly the world needed to
born with it
more than it needed to sing.
I could fucking argue that for like an hour.
And singers often don't have great
speaking voices. What do you mean by born?
They're kind of
Were you conceived?
And I need a good speaking voice for what it is that I do.
Since you're a philosopher, do you mean something else?
Yeah.
You, because... Have you ever heard this? Oh, you think you're just too good for us.
Oh, yeah, of course. Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Now, they wouldn't say to a guy who's 6'8", oh, you think you're just too tall for us.
Because one is height, and the other one's intelligence. You see the difference there. Why are you comparing those two? The fuck? What the fuck? It doesn't even make sense. It only makes sense if you say that intelligence is purely a biological phenomenon. It has nothing to do with experience or care, which is one people seem to leave out a lot, as if someone actually cares about the thing they're trying to learn, and all the other circumstances. Now, I'll give you the physical, the ability to physically express the intelligence. If you know half their brain is missing, they don't have the physical hardware to output the internal intelligence. But I don't think it works the other way around. As in, if half their brain is missing, you're not internally like, duh, 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 duh. I think it's something different. Actually, it could be something like that, but you'd have to decipher it in a way. You have to turn it into like, okay, let me translate this into our speech. It's like, oh wow, this is very intelligent.
Well, if you knew.
Right? Let's say if half their brain's missing, they can't soak in the out. You can only soak in so much of the outward content, to where when they egotistically look at it internally, it just comes out as blah 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 blah. But when they're going blah 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 blah, they can be saying the theory of relativity.
Sure.
We won't even know.
Sure.
Maybe not that. Maybe something more existential.
I get what you mean.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's like, well, we would have to partially know. It's like, what he means is this. It's like, that's not what I mean, but close enough. You know?
Yeah. Just a language barrier. Yeah.
So it's like Kobe Bryant.
Right,
He
because
can
they're
speak
physical
language,
markers. You can't really see
but he can dribble a ball.
And there are physical markers.
unless you see it.
Yeah, but there are physical markers for intelligence, right? The ability to get A's, right?
No. Yeah. It almost sounded like you said get AIDS. Like, what?
First time I was like,
No, that's not a physical marker at all.
dude, it's literally looking. Look.
You could literally not give a shit and just fail through school and shit.
This man is in his car. He's driving down the road and he's looking for the traffic lights. That's what he's looking for. Physical markers that have distinct different colors: red, green, and yellow. That's what he's looking for. Okay. What he doesn't seem to understand is he can't see it. You can't fucking touch it. Okay.
Which leads to his definition of truth. Which is why I tried to get on his show. I'm still gonna try. I'm gonna send him an email every week. But let me on. Here's the idea. Because first of all, he has too large of a following for just be saying whatever the fuck he's saying.
Well, I'm very surprised. You know, I'm very surprised that this has been going on for this long, and this guy has this what's his following?
Yeah, hold on. Here's the thing. His earlier videos, they don't come off like that. Like if I erase my memory of this, I'll call it future content here, and just look at his old content, I'd be like, yeah, you're wrong, but it's still interesting to think about. But now I realize that it's very possible that he was sort of laying the groundwork and then waiting for the right time to say things openly like this.
It's very possible.
So he wants you to define truth as something you can use the senses for.
Yeah.
The smell, the taste, the
Measurements, etc. Study statistics.
Now, when they come out with data for this or that, it's like, oh, the truth about this.
Especially when one side, you know, which is just as wrong as him. One side is being pushed up to the forefront. Then guess what? He'll be elevated. It's the same thing with Shapiro and Peterson, you know.
It's like they were waiting for the SJW shit to happen.
Yeah.
And it's like, yes, I can come out of the cage.
See, guys, I'm the more rational guy. Look at these guys. They're crazy. They're screaming. Look. Listen to me. It's like, you both are wrong.
Yeah.
Like, I vaguely remember listening to him, like, a while ago. You know, and at that point, I was merely a listener, you know. Like, merely listening. Not really having an idea. Just listening.
Yeah.
And so, I don't know. But I don't remember hearing anything fucking like this. You know?
Yeah. I remember
even back then, I'd fucking hate to hear what he just said as far as... It's first of all, it's not true. So, and Billy Joel was born with that voice, you know? Hey, dude, I could fucking argue that. Tell you how you're wrong about that. But, you know, he'll throw out his numbers and statistics and...
Yeah.
Like, see, I can prove it through this system which I live by. It's like...
I remember his old work, and I just looked at it as like something, it's like interesting. I'm like, oh, this is interesting. Weird way, because this is when I knew nothing. I'm purely in the I don't know stage. I'm just looking at content and shit like that. So I found it interesting. Granted, I didn't stick around too long because I thought I found something that was more correct to me. All right, onward.
So it's like, no, I don't think I'm too good for you. I kind of am. I don't think I'm too tall for you. I kind of am. And I don't even know what too tall for.
Christ, it's
I want to
like,
hear the context.
You can't really see smart
And there are physical markers.
unless you see it.
Yeah, but there are physical markers for intelligence, right? The ability to get A's, right? So it's like, no, I don't think I'm too good for you. I kind of am. I don't think I'm too tall for you. I kind of am. And I don't even know what too tall for us means, you know? I mean, what does that mean? What does that mean?
oh my god.
It's like that guy, there's a guy who's got a card, he's a tall guy, he's got a card, he just keeps him on him. And anytime people start small talking with him, he just hands them the card. And on the card it says 3 things. Number 1, 6'8". Number 2, yes, the weather is fine up here. Number 3, no, I don't play basketball. That's you know, saves him a lot of time, right?
Right.
So you're smart.
What?
And the normies didn't like it. And it's perfectly natural.
This is getting very shallow. It's like every time, dude. It's like, okay, we hear him say something, right? Guys, this is the truth. Pause. No, Stefan, that's not the truth. Okay. We play again, and he just says something outrageous. It's like, what? It's like, dude, it's like you're fucking like going down, like, you know, a fucking like what do you call it, like a neighborhood. Okay, seen people getting stabbed and gagged and shit. You know, I'm obviously exaggerating. You turn around, then you see that. But there's like 2 times as many people like, fuck.
Wait, what?
Every turn, it's new. It's something, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Every fucking turn. It's surprise. Surprise. I'm too good for you. Like, wait, where'd that come from? What the fuck are you talking about?
Plus,
How do we come to this conclusion? I don't understand. That height is, see? Height. Intelligence. Physical markers.
that's essentially saying you're essentially making the case for psychics. Not through people that call themselves psychics, but gamblers, high percentage gamblers, like sports games and shit like that. You're basically calling them psychics. We have a physical marker for their psychic ability.
I like that. Yeah.
Look at their game winning percentage.
Yeah.
We have a physical marker of it. It's like no.
His chance of winning is at 99.9999%. He knows the decisions. It's like, no, he doesn't, because he loses. Yes, but based off of your definition of the truth, you know, and with these numbers and correlation and whatnot, that means he knows, doesn't he? It's the truth. And then the Kanye song plays, and it all falls down.
We know his favorite color is blue. Look at the physical markers. Here's his kindergarten picture. He wrote "I love blue" next to it.
He also seems to have a weird fascination with metric.
Exactly.
That they didn't like it. It's not their fault. If people had told them more about the bell curve and the genetics of intelligence, they'd be like, yeah,
You know.
he's a tall guy. You know, he's naturally lean. He's got great hair. You know, it's just genetics, right?
Yeah, right. I wish one of those applied to me.
Well, the smart thing is the best.
Yeah, right.
I bet.
And would you trade?
No. At this point in life, no. Earlier in my childhood, yeah, for a second, without even thinking.
Maybe in death you will.
It's like, something you probably truly wanted. But
Maybe when I was
gave it up for an A.
It's like, sorry kid, I grew up. Like, fucking, first of all, you know, like, back up. Don't think, you know, you don't deserve that belt. Just take away the belt. You don't get to hold that belt while you talk to me. Okay?
Give him the belt.
Before I
That's next week, by the way.
saw the real world, huh? What?
That's next week, by the way.
What?
Khabib, Connor.
Huh? Kali Beeb? Kali Beeb?
Oh, Joey. Alright. Oh, were you done?
Yeah,
you were done.
Fascist. Press play.
Okay. Who's the fascist now?
Huh?
Right.
I was just saying, press play, and you just
No, I mean, I
happened to
did have
click
I
that
was
anyway.
lucky
It's your
as far as this combo went that I was smart, but also a very good-looking kid. And not as a kid, really, but definitely in my teenage years, a good-looking young specimen. Good slice of man meat. So
That's subjective.
I'm not liking those.
No.
This is like
It's like downhill, man.
see what I said? See what I meant? No. Look. See people getting stabbed and gagged, right? Turn around. Same thing, except now there's nooses everywhere. And there's kittens being put in them.
Fuck.
And now you see the same thing, but except people are punting puppies, you know? It's like, what's going, like, what? I'm just cringing. Like, no, I'm obviously making like an exaggerated thing, but this is just like, what the fuck does that have to do with anything? What is this?
Let's find out.
This is South, you know?
It helped a little bit, but that also gave me the goal of abandoning my intellect in pursuit of women, which was actually kind of fun. But anyway, so your question is intelligence something that's pushed society out of the muck? Why does it feel like a curse more than a gift? Because you're looking at yourself through the eyes of others, which is always a very dangerous thing to do. Very dangerous. It's good to have a third eye, to know how you're perceived by others, but you don't ever want to judge yourself by the judgment of others.
My third eye's awoken.
He means superego, but I don't think he's done any psychology work. Point is, yes, that was well said. It was okay said. Once you brought in the third eye thing, fucked me up there, but you know, don't perceive yourself based on other people's judgment.
Oh gosh.
That's good advice.
Now, hearing it, let me hear your criticism. Not. Norm. I'm not hearing you. That's why arguments
Because
are
to
fun.
the average, it does feel like a curse for there to be somebody really smart around, because then they know actually where they are in the bell curve.
That's just narcissistic. See, followed it up with something that's. See the normies, the average, they're secretly jealous of other people's smarts. Kobe's like, nah, man, I like playing basketball.
You know what's weird?
Go over there and make an iPod. I'm doing this.
It's really weird. It's
I like doing this.
I'm noticing a lot of this. It's like stretched out what he's saying. So it's basically he's building a foundation for you, and he's giving you supplies to build a house. But you can't say he built the house. I'm saying this without saying it, guys, okay? They're jealous of you because your intelligence, it's natural, it's genetic, you're born with it. They're the normies, we're not. It's built for us, it's ours. We created it. We're supposed to thrive. But I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that.
Guys, here's the blueprint. Here's your house, blueprint. Here you go. But as you can see, there's no garden there. You're going to have to do that on your own. He puts a face on.
No, does this. They'll build a statue of me one day.
Yeah, he might be thinking from his own perspective. You see, I become a jealous asshole, and I find people smarter than me. So the averages, they must do that.
Right.
And everyone's a genius in their own right. You get it, right?
No,
Yeah, right, of course.
that's not true. Stop it.
So that's just their view of you, but you gotta have your own view of you.
It's like, no.
Which is, it's great to be the exception,
Stop.
but the price of being the exception is trying to fit yourself into a society that's designed for the norm.
Pause it. By the way, we're all heroes, okay? I can't believe it. I forgot about that. That's absolutely bullshit, okay?
That we're all heroes?
Yeah. So everyone wants to believe that they're heroes. I'm like, it's there. You have to find it. You fuck. All right, play.
I bet if everyone became their best selves, it'd be everyone operating at super high intelligence. Like, listen, man, I just want to do 4 hours of plumbing. I like doing that shit. Then I go home and fuck my hot wife.
Nothing wrong with that, yeah.
Yeah, that's my life, man. That's what I want to do.
That's nothing wrong with that. Or as far as, I don't really care what I do for as far as profession, you know. I make a little bit here and there, you know. I don't mind. I do like playing these games. But I just like keeping myself, you know. Nothing fucking wrong with that.
Exactly. In fact, I think it would work out perfectly. If you got threw the ego to the side and said, listen, I'm going to snap my finger and you can be the best at whatever you want to be.
Yeah.
All of a sudden it would equally balance out to like musicians, artists, athletes, scientists, fucking teachers, fucking carpenters, construction workers, guys that just don't want to do shit at all. Just like, that's the best me, just chilling. Play video games, go hang with my friends.
Yeah.
There's a whole bunch of different bajillions of intelligences out there. But for some reason, his perception that the average run everything, it's more of the certain people want a particular type of intelligence to rise to the top. And say,
well, it's also presented in front of them, you know?
Because I think they get something out of it.
It's conditioning.
Yeah.
As well. It's like, guys, this is intelligence. This is what you want. This is success. This is the man. This is the woman, right? No offense. But again, lately, once again, which is why I kind of have a little bit of beef with it. McGregor. Look at him. Yeah, inauthentic, like everywhere, right? The money, the cars. Like, what are you doing? What is this for? What are you doing?
Yeah.
That's why, like in a shit talking shit, he would fuck. Like, don't do it. Not with me. Don't do it. Don't fucking do it. Alvarez had him for a minute, but he might not have the tools.
And be more of him on a personal level. It would happen.
It would go there, yeah.
That's where the break would happen.
It would go
no, just him on his own.
No, it would end up there.
What the fuck did he say?
That's where it would end up.
Public's gonna be like,
McGregor said fuck you,
Just wait, no. They'll probably boo me if I were to do that.
Yeah.
At the same time, it's like, I got more money than you, bitch. I'm like, and then what? He'll say something, and then it's like, okay, I got him now. Here we go.
Right.
See, if I say it now, it wouldn't be great, you know?
Yeah.
Right. So you're 6'8" and nothing seems to fit. The doorways are all too short and the airplane seats are too small.
What does that have to do with anything?
Well, what are you going to do? You can't shrink. Can't become shorter.
You can't become lesser, right?
And then, you know...
Yeah.
I love it. I love it.
Free smoke.
You sit down in your airplane seat, people are like, oh, great, a tall guy. Now his legs are going to spread and I'm going to get this cave-in of, like, basketball knee coming in.
What?
But it's a dance. It's a dance, it's a game, it's a sport. Who changes who?
Did you just say basketball knee?
Yeah. A tall guy on a plane. His legs are all over the place, and his knees in the back of your seat.
Yeah.
But no, whatever. Maybe you can call it a game. I think the ultimate battle in the world is good versus evil.
Calling it a game right now.
The ultimate battle is good versus evil. Not race versus race, not intelligence versus intelligence, not men versus women, or whatever.
And if you could look at it that
Where's
way,
Waldo?
it takes some of the resentment out of it. Like,
find yourself.
okay,
Go.
look, I mean, school did not fit me, and it was boring as hell, and stupid and useless and so on.
Yep.
But I'm running the world's biggest and best philosophy show. You know, school should not have been designed for me.
No.
You understand? Like, if I'm that rare, an intellect, why on earth would you want to design? That's like designing every seat on every airplane for people who are 7 feet tall.
No, that was your art.
Come on, son.
This, I agree with a certain portion of what, the actual answer should have been, which is...
That's so backwards, dude.
Which is, John really likes plumbing. He wants to be a plumber. he should go to plumbing school. This guy likes
Dude,
philosophy, he should go to philosophical school.
That's taking out some. That's taking something from what he said and make. Oh, if he said this, it'd be. I would agree with it. Can't fucking agree with what he fucking said. You know.
The thing is, he doesn't go in particular with it. He goes into, you're here on the bell curve, so you should be at this school. You're here, you go to this school. It's like, no, wait. Kobe should go to a basketball school. You see that? He wants to play basketball. Whether he's good or not, doesn't even matter. That's what he wants to do. He should go to basketball school. John plays violin. John should go to a musical school, or maybe even maybe in particular within that school of violin.
He wants to do it
if he's really into it. It's like, what's so difficult about that? Why does it have to be? You scored here. You should be isolated and work with other people with the same type of thing. It's like, no. Basketball players should speak their language to each other, and then before you know, you'll have a fucking representative who's talking to the rest of the world about it. Like, look, basketball's a great sport. Here's why.
Pass me the rock. Well, Stefan Molyneux has been arrested for assault today at the YMCA gym.
But yeah,
James Harden has several fractures in his orbital bone. It's like,
and by the way, I mean, this is gonna sound like a dick move by me, but I haven't heard anything that made you sound so intelligent. But I haven't listened to enough to say he's like, for people like me.
I can say this, just with honesty. If he says this is the best philosophy show, gosh, no, hold on. As far as like, you know, it's not it's what I'm hearing, okay? What I'm hearing, not what I'm seeing, not the quality, okay? That shouldn't be fucking important. You know what I mean? It shouldn't be, in my opinion.
Quality definitely should.
No.
If you want to call it the best.
Just wait. I meant quality as far as, well, you can see me, or my camera's okay. Or as far as what I'm saying here, okay?
Yeah.
That's what I mean. That's what, to me, that's what's important, okay?
So you're just looking at followers.
Just wait. So what I'm hearing is this. It's like, well, it's mediocre at best, from what I'm hearing. How's this philosophy? You're mixing this. You're mixing this shit. You're fucking calling the truth numbers. Okay, what is this? You can't do that. Okay, that doesn't equal truth. That's something else. Okay?
I think we can call it political philosophy, because he's basically
it's distorted.
He's saying he wants something on a social level to be happening.
Yeah,
which I would just call political.
Well, it's not. Okay.
As you can see, he throws around.
Just hold on.
He throws around knowing.
Just
he throws around truth, right?
He gingerly.
Those are the philosophical parts you should be sticking to if you call yourself a philosopher.
If we look at what philosophy is, what is it?
A study of wisdom.
Right. And what's the purpose of wisdom?
It's applied.
Well, again, like why?
So you can apply it to your life.
Sure.
I think he's just, what's the word? Or he's referring, like, what he wants to see in society.
I'm sure, but like at the end of the day,
I just take that as political.
When we use these words and we claim we're something that we're probably not, you know, as far as a philosopher, like, okay, like it's just aggravating to see it.
Yeah. And
not only that, like, okay, I'm not fucking resentful that he has a big audience. I understand. That's fine. You know, I get it.
He's been around for a while.
Oh yeah, he's been around for a while. Has a good audience.
Has clear-cut ideas.
Yeah.
He's done it. Nothing really sloppy there.
Yeah.
It's just.
But again,
his ideas are stated pretty blatantly.
Well, they're blatantly easy to digest, rather than what I'm saying. As far as maybe my ideas are not so easily to, you know, fucking like take in. As far as and they're ideas that I agree with, you know. The ideas that I would say are definitely on the right path. Not as far as, well, it's guys, it's the Democrats, the Republicans, the white race is a little more intelligent. Like, stop. Can we stop looking at the numbers here? Are you fucking serious?
Well, one's based on experience, and one's based on possibly experience too. Experience as in a bias, as in I've seen this in my particular life. Thus, I've seen this out here. on this, or maybe got beat up or whatever.
It goes back to this.
I see this, thus this is where
it goes back to what
this comes from.
Tsarian's example of shadow work.
Yeah.
If you do the work, and I think this is what it means, right? If you do the work, meaning if you do it, it's done, it's completed, then you'll fucking see, right? It's the unknown. You might not want to go there, you know, but you do, and eventually, I would say everyone does. But instead of that, people kind of cling to something that's more visible, something that's visible, physically visible, so they can touch, sense, and smell. Over there, we don't know. There's nothing. I don't know. What's over there? Let's walk over there.
Yeah.
And there's someone calling you. Like, come on, this way.
That's why the shadow can almost become like a little filter. Like, can your dumb ideas you came up with on the ego level, can they make it through here? Will they make it? It's like,
yeah, the filter. Yeah.
The shitness of the ideas will fall off until you realize what you really wanted. Which might sound more like the idea we said.
Easily digestible ideas versus the ones that aren't so easy to digest, because that requires what? Shadow work, you know, in order to understand that, you know, or any kind of work as far as...
It requires swirling.
Well,
right?
Again,
the glass wine.
That's what it is.
You smell it first. You swish it around my mouth before I consume it.
That's what it basically is.
As opposed to...
That's what it basically is. It's like, you know, again, the example I use again. The little boy, okay. It can be a little boy, whatever the fuck you want. It's someone in a room. Let's call that. It's a child in a room, enjoying himself, right? He is happy, enjoying himself with what he has right now. Not really aware of what goes out outside of the world, right? Opens the door, sees people burning alive on fire, like closes the door. It's like fuck. Then it's like everything's fine, you know. Goes back to what they're doing, forgets about it, right?
Repression.
Yeah. Then there's this. They just go about their day, and out throughout the window, someone's like, help me. And he has no fucking idea. He doesn't know what fire is.
Yeah.
He's like, oh my god, look at that. Like, but it's all like, they're like, It's like, he's like, yeah. You know?
Wow, that guy really likes me.
You know?
Yeah.
But as far as when the idea is, hey, listen, Billy, remember when you tripped over your toys yesterday? Yeah. Imagine that, but crazy. Like, that's what they feel. Okay? You could help me if you want. Or you could stay here. I'm gonna stay here. Sure? Okay.
That's suppression.
But you'll be helping yourself as well. Close the door. Like, what does he mean by that? You know?
You'll have choice.
It's like distorted, right?
What are you saying?
Very. As far as like, I'm a philosopher. That's right. The true meaning of that, in search of as far as.
I think he's going with social level philosopher, just someone who thinks about things and then comes up with some idea.
Dude, when we start throwing around truth, all right?
Or someone who can quote Descartes or something.
Hey man. All I'm saying is when we start using the word truth, facts, and it's like, okay, that's when I'll put my foot down.
When they do it flippantly, it's just a word.
Especially what's being said here, you know, and what's being somewhat implied. That's when I'm like, okay, now I can say this. That's why I was like waiting. Not that I want to, but I'll wait and I'll hear, like, I hope you're not saying what I think you're saying as far as leading towards a certain idea as far as something being the truth. Which means there's a lack of an idea of what maybe identity really is.
Mm-hmm.
So which is why when someone says, oh, I'm a philosopher and I'm saying these things, like, are you? Or do you know what that is?
I'll give him a pass on that.
I don't know. I'm not saying that that's really what's going on, but I would hope not.
Oh, I think what he believes in himself, that he's saying something wise.
Here's the thing, though. It's like, again, it's intuition. It's like, you believe that? It's like this. It's like, let's say I'm about to fight someone, you know, it's weigh-ins today, and then there's a press conference, press after that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna beat him. I'm the best. I was leaning in the mic, like, I don't believe you. I don't see it. He's like, what? Like, I don't smell it, man. I don't believe you. Something's not right. The way you walked up here and you looked at me, and who are you talking to?
That's basically the shadow. That's the shadow, like, do you really believe this? And it's just slicing parts away.
Well, again.
Say, okay, that part made it through, but not that the shit's staying here in the shadow.
It's a combination of things. I'm just saying that's the end result. Like, hey, you probably already asked yourself this, right? But do you believe that? You have to look at me. You don't have to.
I always thought of asking like a politician that. He's saying, this happened today. We killed this terrorist and blah 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 blah. Like, yo, are you lying? I just want to ask them that, just straight up. Or if I was like a journalist, they're talking about whatever, I just want to ask them if they're lying.
I'll just be blatant.
Hey, are you lying?
Sir, are you lying? Are you sure? Do you know this? Because the other day you said something in regards to the fact that
I wouldn't even do that. I'd just ask them, just are you lying?
All right.
Then I'd be able to read how much of a psychopath
Fair enough.
they are.
Fair enough.
They don't even flinch. I'm like, what's going on? No. All right, onward. 7 minutes left.
Yeah.
That would be the wrong decision. And are you going to go teach public school, Kevin?
Oh, yeah, right. That's no.
Why not, you selfish bastard?
Right. Help the youth.
Go help the young little Kevins out there who need your guidance.
Yeah, right.
No, in general, it's the idiots who end up becoming teachers, statistically speaking. And you can, I'm not...
Stop. That's what I mean. Unbelievable. Ridiculous. Okay? Now look, do I agree with the whole scholastic system? No. But listen, let's say one guy's like, I understand what it is, right? But I want to give these kids the tools and the wisdom, and I want to show them that they have the wisdom. That it's easily accessible. I want to give it to them so they can build. So they can truly understand who they are, you know? Or as far as not so they can, but you give them, like, see guys, look, there's these paths out here. Look, I'm giving you the tools so you can use them, and they're accessible at any fucking given time. You know, that way you can just be eating lunch and someone says something, right? They try to make an argument towards you, or whatever the fuck, or you see something bad happen. Like, there you go, boom, you're ready. Go get them. Yeah. You know, ready at any given moment in time. You know, this like it's fucking. What kind of statement is that?
That almost sounded like a mental slip. Like before, he's calling them averages or below average.
So he said idiot.
Now he just straight up says idiot.
So look,
and
imagine
it's like,
I admire.
If he was at a private,
I didn't mean to do that.
Are you lying? Like, maybe you didn't mean to do it, but do you think that deep down?
I admire the someone like who has good intentions. Like, I want to go to school. I want to help these kids, right? Then there's a guy that knows, like, I stand for this, and I know the school system does this. But if I go in there and I give them the tools that they can understand as far as how this system works, and as far as, especially not only like physical things, like, look, see, like, not really necessarily as far as like school system being like oppression, but as far as just philosophy in general, you know. Hey kids, listen, we're going to talk about morality today, okay?
Hey,
oh, he's an idiot though.
They turn into Neo in the Matrix, right? He goes into Machine City, and all you need is that one representative for that higher ideal, and they change the entire thing. Mm-hmm. That one teacher that goes in like Neo into Machine City, and all that, they don't have to do anything. They don't need to fight the teachers or yell at the teachers or argue with teachers. They just need to be there because they are the thing. Yeah. They become the higher ideal.
Which is why I got angry when they said, no, they all think they're heroes. I'm like, dude, everyone can be fucking Neo, okay? I'm tired.
That's what the movie's trying to tell you.
Exactly. That's why I'm getting annoyed. This guy's like,
that's what Batman's
you're not born with it.
You.
You're not born with it. Just puts that cigarette out and goes like, it's like, dude, you're causing. Like, this isn't wisdom, okay? That's not what wisdom is.
Yeah. And you change, like I was saying, if a champion walks into a any type of environment. They leave one environment to go to another, and they're the only champion there. They change the entire thing, the entire environment, the entire society.
Because they're there.
Yes, they are the ideal. And yes, you change yourself, you change the entire world. Straight up, it's not woo-woo, it's not being romantic, it's straight up a fact.
Yeah.
That is the truth.
Yes.
If you have a Picasso painting, and you go in there and you change one little dot, put one little red dot there, now the entire painting's different.
Yeah.
It's not the same as it was before. That's why you work on
We can be literal here, right? So some of them may not understand that, you know. The way the painting was fucking a year ago is not the same now.
It is not the same painting.
No, not even a second ago. Okay? Not even like
I'm making that up.
I'm gagging on the red pill, guys.
People
Oh
at the
god.
bottom of the SATs who end up becoming teachers. The average IQ of teachers is one of the lowest of any profession outside of outright lampposts.
Yeah, by your standards, unbelievable. This is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. I don't care. He holds everything. This guy probably holds everything up as far as IQ. Look at you. You're superior. What are you doing as a teacher? I love it.
I want to help people.
Fucking unreal. This is sickening. You know.
Yeah.
You keep looking down. You know. Fuck.
Right? Why? Because why would you want to waste your brilliance trying to teach average kids?
What is this?
Completely illogical to do that. You know?
Wasting your brilliance on average kids like they're fucking nothing? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me?
His existential intelligence seems very low, unless he's faking it. If this is what he really believes.
If he's faking it, then hey, guess what? That means it's fucking low anyway.
Yeah. If this is what he egotistically believes, it's very low on the totem pole when it comes to understanding existentialism.
I'm extremely disappointed with this. You know, I never thought I'd hear this shit. You know, I'm being completely honest here. I understand as far as like if you truly believe in the whole belief, right? Identity, race, right? There's some sort of moral like high ground that you do take, right? So in a way, it's like you don't really believe in it, but as far as what you're going with right now, what you've been exposed to, like you're going with, I'll go with what makes the most sense, and this is what's been available to me right now, and I haven't really done the work. I haven't really dug deep for any other ideas, right? This is just ridiculous. This is purposely looking at the dead body and stepping over it, and looking at it and smiling. Okay, that's what this is.
Yeah.
Being aware of it, and every time you fucking river dance, you make sure you kick that thing in the skull. Okay.
And it all starts with his base. His definition of truth and knowledge all fit into this big spiel here. Maybe he's in a spot where he's like, I wrote a book about it, and now if I go back on it, it's like, fuck. People already read this book and believe me.
No. Here's the cool thing about this, though. Let's say he has a fucking epiphany, right? Meaning...
Oh, if he has a real one.
Just wait. Oh, he has epiphany, right?
Yeah.
Now, what he categorizes as an epiphany is something else, but let's say he's like, fuck. So that's him truly realizing, oh, that's the goddamn dead body right there. Shit, what have I been doing? And the decision comes into play, like, what do? Do I just pretend? Like, truly pretend now? Like, he's no longer truly ignorant, you know what I mean? Like, you can tell, oh, Billy, he's 5 years old. Doesn't really, maybe not, doesn't understand. It's a dead body. Oh my god. Like, whoa, oh my god. Not like, shit. Like, you know? There's things being done to the dead body, you know? But it's really realizing, well, what are you going to do now, right? Now, with that epiphany, with that decision, what are you going to, like, as far as that realization of what's happening at this moment, given in time, what are you going to do? And he makes that decision, like, fuck it. And he just makes a whole big video about how his opinions change on everything. Not everything he says. With no fear as far as, well, I'll lose a lot of viewers. Yeah, but this is definitely, like, authentic, you know? This is you. You were seeing a process of growth here, you know?
He has I'm not saying growth or anything, but he has a David Icke moment.
Yes.
Where he literally does a 180.
Yeah, that's fine.
Says.
That's why, look, that's why past videos, like, I guarantee I'll find, like, older videos of, like, us, if we're saying shit,
Yeah.
I'll find some shit I said like that's fucking wrong. That's bullshit. You know. But here's the thing though. I never say delete them, right? Only because of the fact that like, hey, look, you get to witness this, right?
Exactly. Yeah, same thing here. And I'll do when we do like a show or something. I won't go back and watch it, but I'll remember what I said. But fuck, I could explain that way better.
Well, sure.
But it's hard when it's in the moment. There's no note. We're not taking notes here.
I don't do that. I don't write scripts. I don't do that. This is me.
Nothing wrong with them. Just,
No.
I just don't do that.
I just don't want to do it.
Yeah, I want to be like that.
If this is an edited video, that's another thing. Is I want to be clear. I want to be extremely clear on whatever's going to be said. Then that's fine. But if it's off the cuff like this, then yeah.
Yeah.
No.
And me and a friend had an argument, not like a serious argument, but like a little mini debate.
How bad was the casualty? No, I'm just kidding.
But we were talking about, vocabulary and things like that.
Mm.
I'm like, dude, if you actually want to fix things, you ought to be able to speak to anyone. Obviously, there's language barriers, but if it's someone who speaks English, but they're not like, formally trained in it, like they didn't go to school or anything like that. They're, what we call poor English. So you should be able to talk to them straight up and speak their language, right?
Yeah.
That's the point.
Not even that. Let's say it's just
so there's no normies, average normies. You speak their language, I bet they'll understand.
Sure.
Here's why they speak this language. They had one parent in the household who was barely home because they're out doing whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
So they didn't have, they weren't around adults talking to each other. They went to school but didn't really pay attention that much. And then on and on and on. Then
Or
they become an adult themselves and they're like, okay, they're not really learned in this language.
Or
but you gotta be able to speak.
Yeah. Or they like it.
Or they like it. Yeah.
I'll be extremely
culturally.
I'll be extremely
100%.
I'll be extremely genuine as far as the way I talk. Remember, I asked one dude, like, "Fuck, dude, man, you're gonna get crazy brolic, He's like, "What does that mean?" No one in the room knew what I meant by that.
Yeah.
It's like, well, I'm gonna still use these terms and phrases and shit. It's like,
yeah, you can be Elon Musk and still watch South Park.
well, yeah, but the ability, like what you said
a
long time ago, I think, not a long time ago, but a while ago.
Like, find out what a clock
the
is.
ability to talk to the fucking King of England and to talk to the dude you saw on the street the other day.
Yeah.
Like, why not have that?
Plus, it's fun to
Sure.
eat. It's like eating the best foods from every type of culture.
Mm-hmm.
In Chinese, Indian, Irish, soul food.
Yeah, no meat though.
Korean.
Yeah. No meat.
Korean barbecue.
No meat.
It's like, oh, I get the best meal.
It's like, hey, we're gonna have lamb. Hey, my friend Lenny's here. Yeah.
Fuck. Game of Thrones.
It's like, you're not gonna feed him lamb, are you? Man, no. You're not a sick fuck, are you? Come on.
And then Drogon flies by, lights him on fire, and eats him.
Joe Rogan?
Drogon?
Oh.
The dragon.
Yeah.
He's like,
And I stopped him.
hey, they burn their food before they eat it. They're like us.
I stopped him. I simply put my hand up and I stopped the fire.
Yeah, you'd stop him. You'd be like, he's bigger. I'll eat him then.
You can try.
Alright.
I won't let him.
Alright.
And then I'll I'll fucking stop him, stop the dragon. Like, what are you doing? You think this is the right thing to do? Just take Khaleesi off for a dragon. What are you doing?
Spoiler alert. Jon Snow can be burned. It happened. Yes. See, he went to
I don't know.
his first encounter with a White Walker guy,
Oh, that's right.
a zombie guy.
Yeah.
He grabbed fire and threw it at him like a lamp or whatever. He was like, "Tss, ah." So he has dragon blood, but it ain't that potent. It won't be a spoiler because no one will watch this far into the video.
I mean, hey, for some reason that dude
shit on our intro, but what's dumb fucking intro?
Stefan's way smarter than you, and
Guys, how dare you shit on Game of Thrones, okay? I don't care if they're Game of Thrones up in there, meaning some.
I didn't bother to watch past the intro.
Game of Thrones has become.
It's like, what?
Game of Thrones has become like that shit, like in those websites where people have activities going on in that section, the categories where it says brother and sister. What?
Oh,
Yep.
fuck. Yeah, from the first episode, right?
Twice.
Where Bran gets pushed out the window.
Twice.
Especially if you think for yourself, why the hell would you want to end up teaching children? So you can tell them the truth, they can go home to their parents, and their parents will then get you fired.
Yeah.
Preach.
Teacher Kevin, is there such a thing as God?
Oh boy. That's gonna be a fun session.
Are you going to blatantly explain the answer to that? I bet you're not.
He's gonna back away from that shit.
He's going to adopt the typical religion and then break that down. See, a man can't walk on water. That means there's no God. It's like, what? You know, asking about God is a much larger question, I think.
Oh,
But
yeah.
whatever.
Yeah, I had one of those questions when I was hanging out with my daughter.
Oh my god.
What are you gonna do? Well, Ahmed, let me tell you something. Actually, I got quite a lot to tell you. Mohammed, quite a lot to tell
See,
you.
at this moment, I would play the Joe Rogan, Brian Callen, and Schaub. Stop it. What are you doing?
And like, stop.
I wish this dude had friends who were honest with him. Or I was in this show, like, what?
Hey, yo, you know this is the internet, man. Right? Somebody's gonna pull this up.
Yeah.
We have it now.
We have it now.
It's on our recording.
Yeah. Not only that, I'll fucking remember this shit.
And I don't think we're the types to scream racism, but the people, the average, the normies, are gonna look it up and then. I should just play that clip, post it on Twitter,
Yeah.
and watch the storm happen.
You can if you want.
I'm not so sinister, or am I? It is in my genetics to be hurtful to other people.
It's true. He does it to me all the time. No freaky.
He deserves it, though.
But my family came here within the last 100 years. What's wrong with you?
Yeah.
And it's going to give you some very exciting conversations with your parents tonight. And then you get to go to the mosque and spread your wisdom.
Alright, it's blatant now. Alright?
Yeah, please don't share the name though.
That's right.
I can tell you, but it has to be anonymous.
Why? You're going to tell the truth to kids?
No.
I just mean that allegorically. Yeah. Or do I? No, but I mean, you can. What are you going to say? What are you going to say? Why do I have to come to school? Oh, because your parents will be thrown in jail if they don't come. But make sure you don't use any violence to get what you want, kids.
Yeah.
Well, especially in Germany. I mean, there were homeschoolers that are trying to get refugee status in other countries, right?
Oh yeah,
Someone
yeah, I
had long
remember.
ago.
It was a big thing a couple of years ago.
He was doing that. Yeah, at one point he did have
But
it.
thank God, at least when I went to school, the whole refugee stuff was
Here,
happening.
I'm telling you,
I at least got safe from those problems. When I go talk to people nowadays,
Oh my God! I mean,
They're everywhere.
lots of schools in Germany where there are like two little blonde kids in a sea of
Yeah,
white
right.
kids. And
Did you hear about the story where these 11-year-old kids actually raped another 11-year-old boy?
Sure.
My God.
And just imagine how much is going on that gets suppressed. Isn't even-
Yeah, right. Just imagine what happens behind covers. Fuck me.
Imagine if there's any good shit going on that you're suppressing. I wonder. I haven't looked it up, but, you know, just intuitively I say that. Sort of like the, Zimbabwe. Look at Zimbabwe before colonization. Look at it during, then look at it after. It's obvious. Like, I bet you're skipping out on some details there. And I look it up. Oh, you skipped out on some details there. So, I wouldn't be surprised if they're skipping out on some of these details. Anyways.
Me?
Yeah. So, it's not a curse for you, but it can be a curse for others, and that's natural.
Wrong. We are nature. We are nature. All the consciousness parts, all the choice parts, that's all nature. We sort of dictate human nature as far as behavior is concerned. We might be able to control physical nature with us as time goes by.
And attempt to manipulate others. Yeah.
Like, I wonder if the whole world completely knew themselves and to see if there would be physical changes.
Well,
Fuck, I want to be a cage fighter the whole time. And who knows, though? That's just my woo-woo theory. What's the guy on Rogan's podcast? Wolf something?
Wolf something, yeah.
That weird dude that holds his breath under freezing cold
Oh,
water.
I don't know. I know what you're talking about.
Maybe he's manipulating his physical genetic whatever because he wants to do this. I don't know. I'll wait for science to catch up.
It's natural.
Well, I sure didn't feel like that, but I totally get where you're coming from. It's gave, like, what you said so far has given me a lot to think about when it comes to perspective, but...
Don't hate the average. It's uncharitable.
No, of course.
Uncharitable.
Oh my god.
So,
how is this happening? I'm not surprised. You know, I don't mean like how. Like, I don't know.
and guys, you wonder why we complain about fan culture. People just following people for fandom.
There's nothing wrong with like
You
paying
said something
attention.
once over
Sure.
here, and I'm a fan.
There's nothing wrong with like I like this guy. You know, I like what he says. There's also like, hey, but you should also I also argue like, hey man, critique it. Listen to what they're saying, man. You might not like it.
Like,
You
hey,
really
man,
might not like
yeah,
it.
Hey man, you ought to whatchamacallit? If you like the ideas, that means you ought to agree with them.
Mm-hmm.
If you agree with them, then you obviously got to do the work so that if someone approaches you with a different idea, never mind. It sounds more like tricking themselves. I don't want people to trick themselves into doing the right thing. I think I said this before. I don't think it's cool to be a fan of someone when we're talking about existentialism or social ideas or things like that. Be a fan of sports teams or
Well, sure. Like
music.
if I listen to
Be a fanatic for that. But
Yeah.
don't, if someone's talking about the meaning of life, don't be their fan. Be their teacher and their student simultaneously. Be a student as
Sure,
in you're receiving
sure.
their content. Be a teacher as in this
So-
is what I say.
as far as like diving deep into as far as like probably philosophy or as far as ideas like that, I would listen to Sarian a lot, right? But I wasn't fucking like I was not slow on the fucking like ball as far as when he said something in regards of talking about communism,
Yeah.
Wait a minute, wait. That's a neutral system, okay? We have corrupt people in a neutral system. It's not neutral. Well, they make it seem, oh, this isn't neutral. It's corrupt. Okay, it just is. I'm like, no, dude, it's neutral. When you have assholes in charge, what's gonna happen? Bad shit. When you have ignorant people in charge, what happens? It leaves the room open for bad things to happen, right? And they were ignorant to the idea of it. Well, there you go. Okay, so see how? Like, I'm not. No. He didn't say it. No. He meant this. He's right. Like, no, fucker. No, you're there to listen and critique, and also,
It's a two-way street. It's
Sure.
content.
And we
back
commented.
and forth.
We commented. I know you did. You commented on the.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he never answered.
No, I didn't.
No.
I don't know if it was him in particular.
No. The guy. What's his name? The other guy.
David Whitehead.
Yeah, maybe.
Either way, two-way street.
Mm.
Now I can be sit back in one way with it. Even that's hard to do. You can sort of be a one-way fan of like music or sports, right?
Yeah.
even that, you're still gonna
look,
innately be critical.
Well, here's the thing: if we understand what a fan is, you know, for me, it's like, am I a fan of something? Well, depends. It's like I like what he as far, let's say it's music. I like what he gives out as far as music and content, etc., etc. I like the sound, I like what he says, you know. I like it, man. I'm a fan, you know. Rather than, I like anything you say at any given time. Wee, Bill Maher, you're so intelligent. Ah, that's a fan, okay? That's a negative side of a fan.
As a wise man once told me.
I admire it. I admire the music, you know.
As a wise friend told me once, 50 Cent could literally shit on a disc and hand it out, and people will still listen to it.
Shit on a disc.
Onward.
Oh, it's not their fault. You didn't earn being smart. I didn't earn being smart. I didn't earn charisma. I didn't earn a sense of humor.
Let's just take away all the content you've heard from other people and throw you in school, and I'll just get an A.
Yeah, we'll fucking see. You're born with it, right? Go ahead.
I mean, I work at some of these things and blah, 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 but it just kind of happened. Just the way things happen. I was listening to one of my early shows for something the other day, and I was like, that's pretty good. You know, like, that's pretty good, even all the way back. This wasn't like...
You know, I think I saw him the other day in a store.
So don't hate the actors. It's not their fault, and it's not their fault to dislike the exceptions to the norm.
You know, it's a little weird.
It's
driving by.
It's
Wasn't really in that part of
it's all
town.
natural.
You know, I
It's
saw
all kind of
it.
inevitable. But don't become a determinist because of it. I mean, they still don't get to run
I think
everything.
he never shows the
because
little
if
part of
norm-
his body, man.
If the norms get to run everything all the time, we'd never even have
So he's
moved
cut
into
off
Congress.
right there.
I'm fine under this tree. It was
He's
good
actually
enough for my
literally
daddy.
bobbing
It's
up
good
and
enough for
down. The
me.
camera's moving with him.
Yeah.
So perfectly, it looks like he's getting something.
Yeah, the 12 generations in 100 years. That sounded like a fun plan.
Yeah. Yeah, so
I know he's adjusting it.
we have to accommodate the average because, well, there's a lot of them. But they have to work to accommodate us, and if they don't like it, like, I'm sorry, it's just fuck it. Like, I mean, we can't just not have any progress in society because the normies get upset.
Yeah, right.
Hold on, well, keep it going. Let's keep it going. Got 2 minutes
Just,
left.
you know, they're going to make their noises, and they're going to make their complaints, and they're going to do their normie outrage, and then they're going to say, wow, this is great that we've got all these advancements in society.
Yeah, I like this phone.
Yeah!
Hey, now you made it.
Yeah!
Fuck that, man.
Vestiges of free speech is really cool.
Oh, I gotta stop him there.
This dude, this is a breeding ground for the sociopath.
Yeah.
Literally, if you, let's say he doesn't even, let's say he's a bullshit artist, which is probably fucking true, right? Because if any like fucking person actually believed in this shit, it's like something's wrong with you, man. Something's wrong. Something happened, right?
Yeah.
He sounds like he's just going off the cuff here.
You'd be like, good luck without those phones. It's like, we were fine without phones.
What would you call it? Like every now and then we'll hear like a Freudian slip or something like that. But now he seems like, you know, it's like, hey, dude, if I pull you in a goddamn dark room and I play this shit all back to you, what are you gonna tell me?
Yeah. You'd be like, oh, well, good luck without those phones. Like, we were fine without phones until these psychopaths started. You know,
Exactly.
going from village to village, killing everyone.
Yeah.
That was our problem.
Yeah.
Not.
These are toys, okay? This is a toy,
It's like, well, if you gave.
okay? There's many great
Look
uses
at it.
for
If we
them.
gave all those people
Right,
phones back then.
It's not a toy.
Yeah.
It's a tool. It's a tool. It's a more advanced tool than whatever the fuck we had 100 years ago. It's simple as that. Just a tool. Okay?
No,
That's
I'd say it's essentially the same tool, just faster.
Oh. It's better.
Faster.
My house is burning. Or, oh my god, something happened. Let me call an ambulance. Rather than, let me ring this bell.
Oh, yeah, it's faster.
You know what I mean?
But if you're in a village, alright. I'd say if you're in such a village
Yeah.
where you don't have communication like that, everyone would be a lot closer together. Less, but who knows? I don't know. Alright.
13.
Yeah, we lost that. Feels bad, man.
Well, Article 13. Well, I'll do a whole
Yeah,
other
don't
thing on
forget
that at some
11.
point. But listen, all it's going to...
By the way, didn't most of these technologies come about from the military?
Allegedly.
Like internet and phones and shit like that.
Allegedly.
Or at least co-opted by them.
Supported.
Yeah.
Keep going.
The mean is that the memes go to the ground, right? The memes go underground. And the dark web is going to expand, and all it means is that now people can't keep track of what's going on, and that's going to end up, I think, with people having more freedom in a way. So.
More freedom.
Well, yeah. I mean, the people who try to escape from the watching eye, I guess. But yeah,
It's just freedom.
public will be
I'm giving you
fucked for
more.
a while. I'm pretty sure.
Well, it's a pretty clear relationship between the EU and the rest of Europe, and it's certainly going to wake the hell up out of the younger generation, and that's where the future is.
Yeah, exactly. I definitely agree.
He thinks they're
I think
gonna
it's
side with it.
rattled some heads, this one.
Does that help as a way of looking at it?
Oh yeah, it does for sure. Thank you for the insight. I mean, it's hard to disagree when you lay it out like that because it makes total sense.
Good, good. Well, listen, I appreciate the call. Let me know.
Fan. Oh, I'm still sparkling. Yeah. About to go clubbing after this. You see my shiny shirt.
I'm gonna go back in the Batcave.
Strobe lights will look cool on this.
I'm heavily disappointed.
bro, we wearing a green shirt and you got a green screen.
I'm so disappointed in this.
I already heard this song already.
Not like this for me. Not like this. I expected I was expecting something I disagree with, not totally disregard this guy as a philosopher. As far as a good one. You know?
And
Do you
if you listen closely,
you give me a good moral argument? Oh, it's weak. Oh.
if you listen closely, all his arguments just sound like pro free market. That's what it sounds like. It's like dude, it's just a free market. It's almost like right? Malcolm in the Middle, right?
Yeah.
Malcolm's supposed to be the super genius.
Yeah.
Dewey's supposed to be like the floater, right?
Well, the flow to everything good will happen. Like Dewey, you'll be a millionaire.
Yeah.
Reese, you'll have to work for this shit. It's gonna be hard for you. Malcolm, you're gonna take the hard road.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to do all these things and be president.
Yeah.
Look.
But Malcolm's there's an episode where Malcolm's like, you know what, Dewey? How hard is it to write a song? I could write a song, right? And he goes, he spends whatever amount of time, weeks or whatever. Yeah. Comes back to I like everyone to listen. He sits down with family, and he plays his little guitar riff thing. Yeah. And then Dewey's like, that's the cat meow song. He's like, meow, 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 meow. He didn't even realize what he was doing there. Yeah. So, I think that was just an example of different intelligences. Yeah. You're just taking what the world gave you and trying to piece something together. Mm-hmm. This sounds like it would sound good. Mm-hmm. As opposed to Dewey's just creating. Yeah.
I remember that. Everyone fucking did that. Meow, 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 meow.
That is funny. That's
he's just
genius writing.
Not only that, this too. This shit. It's okay, Mom, you want a strike? I'll give you a strike. Look at Roberti, I love bowling. Malcolm, no. And he throws it. It's fucking, walking the goal. It's fuck.
Alright, so why'd I reference Malcolm in the Middle?
Because
of how I think he looks at it. It's like, oh, this is smart. This doesn't require that much intelligence.
Look at that. Malcolm can memorize every object in that garage before that couple stole it, and that's intelligence. And
if it's not like this, then it's not intelligent.
Yep.
It's wait a minute. So, that's our video. Please don't like it. Subscribe though. If you don't want to subscribe, comment with whatever anger you have, resentment, because we're so smart and we're good looking and we're funny and we got A's.
C's and a B. And
I got A's.
You cheated.
Until sophomore year in high school. Till when I stopped caring. I was like, oh shit, I'm good at baseball. Fuck this academic shit. Alright. Anyways, subscribe, comment, and as always, thumbs down.